They did not respond to the app message. I'm not chasing people. 5 is fine. 5 is at risk of death.
Hey, look! Someone just went live on DM Dango.
Yes, us.
So we're live,
Oh,
yeah?
yeah, I know.
Shall we start?
Hold on, I need...
So, before we start, I say we slaughter the kids.
Who are we
so
slaughtering?
last session.
What are we
The kids.
slaughtering?
Last
Oh, the
session.
Oh, the kids!
No, we're
Last
running inside so
session.
the fog doesn't kill us.
Last session.
Kill the kids first.
Last session. You were a group of travelers. You'd known each other for a little bit, not too much. And a woman approached you in a tavern, telling you that you were there to deliver some goods for her. She handed you a bag that smelled meaty, according to Ruby. It was quite a delicious smell when she sniffed it. Traveling into the woods of Amris's home, Amris being a druid from the locale, the party proceeded onwards, finding more and more parts of the woods that Amris was not familiar with. They exited the woods into a dirty road, void of life and almost void of sound. They approached some gates that they saw in the distance, and they opened to welcome them. Traveling along the path, they met up with the woman who gave them the bag. Inside, after a brief talk with her, inside her wagon, which I can't remember the name of again, it begins with a V. It's important, it's part of world building.
Vados.
No.
It's a Vados wagon. That's what you said.
No. Vardos.
Sorry, I got the pronunciation wrong.
But I didn't think it was Vados, that's why I was like, oh. Chilling out in a wagon.
You're thinking of Darth Vados, mate.
Offered you a potion. Some of you drank it, some of you didn't. Having a look in the bag, you found it was full of dead maggots. They had died on your passage to this bizarre and horrific place.
I thought it was wine.
Yeah, potion wine. You know, she lies to you. Deal with it.
I feel baited now.
You were debated like the best of them, mate.
Why do you feel baited?
Because now you're calling it a potion, so now I think it's not good that you drank it.
It
That was
restored all
great.
of your exhaustion before you had the nap.
And
So
also gave you AIDS.
Apart from Ruby, who didn't drink it and who didn't have exhaustion from the mist, and Silcreus, who didn't drink it and was exhausted. But you all had a nice nap. Sort of. Ruby stayed up and kept her eye on the woman as you travelled into a town. Told to you that it was Barovia. Upon disembarking, you met 2 children. One a crying girl, the other a more quiet boy, standing outside of a house. Ruby approached the house after having a brief converse with them and questioning them. Amris, who was a human druid?
Was a human druid, yes.
Was a human druid.
Yes,
Is now
I
a tiefling druid.
Yes, Amorous is
And a tail.
and a tail, yes.
So Amris was questioning the children. Looking around, you noticed that the fog was closing in, this eerie mist that had previously sapped your energy, and that the Vardos was missing. We begin with that. Ruby walking up to the gated... What is the...
I'm sneaking, mate. I'm sneaking. I'm using stealth.
Sneaking up to the gated. It was that word that I didn't understand, but then we googled it.
Arches. Basically, archway door.
Yeah, it's basically an archway door over the front of the house. Like it was like an open porch, but it had a gate across it, so it was no longer an open porch.
You see them a lot in the south of the Americas. basically. They are.
Were we all entering the house, by the way?
No.
No, it's just Ruby.
Ruby was
just
walking up to
turned
the
one.
house. Amris was talking to the children.
He
Everyone
likes
else
kids.
was in the road. I believe I think everyone noticed the fog creeping
didn't.
in. No, so Kreis is just saying that he doesn't trust the children.
Repeatedly.
And
I say we
that's-
kill them.
Are you saying that in character?
Yes.
We should
Where
not.
we
Why are we
begin
kill? What is
Today's
wrong with you?
session of Curse of Strahd. Let the DM finish. 'Cause this is finale.
Love
That's
this
gonna
book.
happen
I'm
every
gonna-
session.
I love that. Let the DM speak. Lightning strike. how powerful.
Silkas, no, we cannot kill the children.
They're clearly demons.
No, they are
Clearly.
not demons. You're a demon. I should kill you. How's that? Should
I'm an
burn
elf.
you alive.
Alright,
You're a
alright.
demon.
Exactly. If anyone said demon, it's you, boy. You got the horns now.
Yeah,
Horns,
yes,
the tail.
but I didn't earlier, and the children
lady
don't
hornets?
get it. But do the children look like me? No, they do not. They're fine.
I'll use my Eyes of the Grave again.
Okay.
It's decent undead. It should be.
60 feet. You get a feeling of undeath, but it's kind of like at the edge, like just this blurry, like all around you. You're not sure where it's coming from. There's
So I don't sense
definitely-
anything from the kids.
not from these two children in front of you, no.
Do I know
Okay.
he's? Do I know he's using this ability? Do I see? There's any like
No.
physical outward change? Okay.
I don't know
Don't
if it
think
has-
so.
Okay.
I
But
think
I'll,
he just has the he just has the ability to sense it. So he just it's kind of like opening the third eye. It looks from the description. So Bob the cleric just-
trust these kids.
I grab Silkras. See? We don't need to kill the children. We don't need to kill children. What kind of person are you?
The cautious type.
No! No! You're insane! The mists are coming. We need to go inside.
Two more houses disappear into the mist.
We need to go inside. The big house. It seems to be the farthest away from the mist. We'll go there.
That doom. But
Sorry, I hit my microphone.
the
The houses disappear. Doom.
And I look at the kids. Are you coming as well? Are you coming with us to the house?
No, the monster's in there.
Then get inside. We will deal with the monsters.
There's probably worse than that mist. Get the fuck in the house.
Clearly demons. They're trying to go to the
The-
mist.
The
Clearly
girl
demons.
grabs her brother and kind of pulls him and he digs his feet in. She's like, "Come on, Fawn, we need to go."
I motion to Delvin. Delvin, just pick up the little kid. You're strong
Oh
enough.
no! He can pick it. No, he can walk himself.
Come on. Well, we should go before. Look, I'll give you a flower if you want.
I'll give you some candy.
The boy looks up at you, sniffles, and just he sets his mouth tight and just kind of stares at you with glassy eyes,
The mist
tears
is
soaked.
the mist is dangerous, child. We need to go.
Alright, no, enough. I'm grabbing him. I'm gonna drag
Okay.
him into the house.
Your
Wow,
hand
this is not turning into
goes
everything
through him.
You what?
Your hand goes through.
Oh
Delvin,
no, fuck this kid, I'm off.
else. Did I not tell you guys?
They're not demons. I don't know what they are, but they are not demons.
It's a ghost!
When was the last time your hand went through someone?
When was the last time your hand went through someone? No, I'm not having this conversation. We'll have this
I don't
conversation
know about
inside.
you guys, but my fist
The mists
always
are one
goes
house
through
away
people.
from you now.
Children,
rolling
we
in.
need to go. I don't know what you are. Thank you for the help. And I run towards the house, the big one.
I start heading
I
towards the
follow.
Right,
front. Would you bring a
so,
bob?
what about you, Bob?
I guess I have seen the mist closing in, and I listened to to the right side of the wise and follow inside the house.
So you all go onto the gravel and like weed trodden ground in front of the house.
Do we see
Ruby's at the front. She's at the front of this archway area, inspecting the gate.
Ruby, we need to go inside. The mists are coming.
What?
Was the kids following us, by the way? I didn't really pick up on that.
No, the kids
They're
stay
just
still.
The kids
standing
are staying in the
in the
mist.
road.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
They should
that's a bit
disappear in a
creepy.
second now because the mist is coming in pretty quick.
I'm glad they're not coming with us.
But are
One
we
thing I
leaving the
don't like
kids behind?
ghosts.
They are Ruby. They are
They're
not
not
children.
kids. Go inside.
They are not
What?
normal children. Something is wrong with them.
They're spooky and they're specters and all that shit. Get in the house.
I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I told you so.
You said demon, it's a ghost. Get over yourself. Get
Those
in the
are not-
house.
They weren't children.
Go
Stop
Get in the house.
fighting! You don't know if you're gonna attract the monster, even if it probably is real at this point. It's creepy and gross. I don't even want to be here anymore.
I don't trust ghosts.
When was
We
the
need to get
last time you
inside.
saw a ghost?
The mist will kill us. Or
Alright,
worse.
everybody, let's just go inside, and Ruby will just barge
You
in.
push on the gate, and it opens easily with a creak and a groan, letting you to access the door of the building.
Oh, the map.
You're on the bottom
Ooh.
left of this. I'm gonna put Ruby at the front, but you can position yourselves how you would. We'll do it like room by room as you move in, so rather than like moving tiles around and stuff.
There we go.
So as you open the door, you find some. Well, as you pass through the iron gate, you notice some unlit oil lamps either side of the door as you rush inwards, slamming the doors open. They open into this grand foyer, which is just in the next door room. So you push through these oaken doors, so you can all move into the next room.
Oh wow.
So on the far side of the wall, as you enter, there's a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms. It's a stylized golden windmill on top of a red field, and it's flanked by framed portraits of stony-faced aristocrats. There's mahogany-framed double doors leading from the foyer outwards, and they're set with stained glass.
Can we see through the stained glass?
It's of vibrant field, so it's all kind of like green and mottled. It's all very clean and nice and well kept, but it's got that kind of waved warbly effect of like it's not just pure stained glass. It's kind of like old style where it's been machined, or not machined, but
Okay, like make it.
So we
privacy
can't
glass.
see through
like
the
kind of
glass.
church stained
Yeah,
glass.
so
You can peer through it.
Okay.
You peer through the glass.
You're getting on your tiptoes.
Be careful,
Look.
Delvin. We
Yeah,
don't
enough
know-
of that.
We don't know what's in here.
You're right, that's why I'm trying to find out.
Make the shape of something protruding from the wall on the left. Opposite you, there's another set of doors. Is about all you can see.
It's a house.
Yes, but they said there was a monster in here.
Aye, there's a room in there.
There's a monster. Yes, but there's a room. Yes, but
But it's just a child. They could think a rat is a monster.
your
Well,
hand
they
passed
were-
through them.
They were
Delvin.
ghosts.
No, they
Aye,
weren't ghosts.
just because they're ghosts doesn't mean they're smart.
Bob, they weren't
Yes.
ghosts, were they?
No, they were not.
We need to be
The
careful.
doors behind you slam shut.
Of course.
What makes Bob an expert on ghosts?
He has a. Have you not been
It is
careful?
my trade.
What's the lighting in here like?
Dark. There's
Am I able to use
oil
light
lamps.
on the orb with my
You
staff.
see a lot of like oil lamps and other things hanging on the walls. There's candles on tables.
Are they
all
lit?
Full. No, none of them are lit, but you can see there's like candles but not a drop of wax out of place.
I guess I have dark vision, so it doesn't matter.
Can I use light on the orb of my staff?
Yeah, of course you can. Light cantrip. So Silcreus standing at the back, muttering that you guys were foolish to enter into here, swirls his hand across the end of his staff, and it lights. What color would you like?
Purple.
It's purple light. Casts
What the fuck
deep
is wrong with you,
shadows
boy?
across you.
What the?
I like purple.
This is supposed to be the monster house, not the loving.
Roll perception,
Purple, not pink.
Delvin.
Perception, eh? It's not gonna go well, Dean. You know that.
Is he a thick shithead?
Oh!
Oh!
You see a figure run in the room ahead of you.
Alright. Kids weren't bullshitting. There's something in there.
It's probably... It might just be, like, the owner, you know? That's a thing that can happen. Not everything
right.
has to be creepy.
You're right. You're right, we should kill the owner.
No, I didn't say that.
He's freaking me out.
You
Can we
move
at least
onwards?
knock him out?
He's skulking around in the shadows, I don't like him.
I'll walk through the door.
Oh,
Move into
perfect.
the next room.
I'm gonna follow after.
Yeah, I'll go slowly into the next room.
But you enter this wide hall. It runs the width of the house. The object you saw on the left through the doors was a black marble fireplace. And at the other end is this red marble staircase.
Very cold.
Both beautiful and glistening.
Is there
There's
any... Go ahead.
Yes.
No.
What?
Is there any, like, kindling in the fireplace?
Yeah, there's wood stacked up neatly by it. There's a pile to the side of it. All like it gives off like a very fresh, you know, recently cut wood. That like nice, almost on the edge of death, plant life smell.
I move over to the fireplace, cast Produce Flame, and kind of like very gently toss it into the fireplace.
Little ball of is it blue again?
Yeah.
Little ball of blue flame hits the fireplace and spreads out. The
isn't
edges
that
of it
nice?
flicker and it starts to turn red and orange and casts this nice glow across the room, sending out a nice heat as well. Above the fireplace, illuminated in this light now, you see this long sword on two little kind of bronzed hooks just placed onto it. It again has the windmill cameo on the hilt of it.
Oh god, I'm getting flashbacks with Eric's character.
The walls in this room, now illuminated, have gentle carved images of vines, flowers, and nymphs dancing about in a forest.
I'll do an investigation on the sword.
Okay. What are you investigating about the sword?
I'm just investigating the sword in general. I guess
It's,
I'm only really just looking at it without...
It's well polished, like family heirloom kind of sword, just put up above. It's gilded on the hilt, wrapped with fine leather around the handle. The blade is sharp. It looks sharp, and it's just resting on these two bronze like hooks on the wall, equidistant, one before the pommel and then one further down the blade.
So as far as I can tell, it's an actual sword and not like just a decorative one.
Yes, it just looks like it's a sword.
Can I do a history check on the...
I want
crest
this
to see if I
sword.
know it?
Hold on, Anderson.
Can I do a history check on the crest to see if I know it?
On the crest, yes, you can do. It's not a familiar crest to you. Again, these stories of Barovia that you've heard all more on the side of fairy tales. It's definitely something that you've come across in your textbooks, and it's more towards the arcane and the ritualistic side. It's you remember it as the folly of man in one of the books that you read.
Why is the world here so cold? Feels unnatural
Real
somehow.
quick, someone joined.
Huh?
Someone.
Of what? Oh, does it? Jesus.
Someone joined Discord.
It was idle. He's just listening.
It was not idle. Oh, it might have been idle. Oh shit,
It
was
was
idle.
idle.
Yeah, it was me. Sorry, I was just listening, but I didn't want to be.
You can just go on the stream, Idol, if you want.
I didn't know there
He
was
likes
a stream,
it
I just thought
live.
I'd join.
Yeah, twitch.tv/DM_Dango.
I'm doing a bit as well. I was meaning you had to listen.
That's fair enough.
Alright, so yeah, so that's what you found out. It's cold and
It's
you
warmer
want
by the
sword,
fire.
Delvin.
Huh?
You know,
What?
you know
You
sleight
said
of
you want the
hand?
sword. Yes.
Somebody reach me the sword, I want it.
Real quick, you know sleight of hand? Can I
Yes.
use that to detect if there's any traps on it?
No, you could do a perception check or an investigate. It'd be investigation for traps.
This is
I'll
hard stuff, Delvin.
I'll do
react
investigation.
to Delvin asking for someone to give him the sword, and I'll just reach out for it.
No, wait.
Okay.
This isn't
As you're
our
reaching,
stuff.
have a quick look, Silcreus, with an investigation. There's no traps on it at all.
This
It's
isn't our
just
things.
gently resting on it. Not even anything arcane that you can sense from it.
Right,
Bob's
there's no
reaching for the
arcane
sword.
It's not ours.
Come on, reach me the sword. I
It's
might
not
have good
ours.
pride, but I know when I can't read something.
If they
But
want
we
to
have-
grab it, let them grab it.
At this point, I think we need to take what we can get.
He has weapons though. Why do we
Yeah,
need to
but
take
more
swords that aren't
weapons
ours?
nice.
Yes, but
What if it breaks?
So,
or I
what-
lose it?
When I grab the sword and hold it in my hand, do I know just anything about it?
It's a sword.
Okay,
That's
I'll
it.
just.
I love how you guys
I'll-
are trying so hard to see. Is it more than a sword?
You never
I'll
know.
Pass it on.
It's good-
Like,
it's
I
good
might take it and
curiosity.
then I might get hit by a curse or something. Who knows?
That's
Who
why I
knows?
went to
So
investigate it first.
I'll pass the sword on to Devin. He'll man take it.
Oh, thank you very much.
You can add it as the Durst Longsword.
Oh, little man
Durst.
needs a big sword.
we shouldn't be taking swords and things that are not ours.
We also shouldn't be here either.
Well, the children asked us. I think that gives us some permission. But
I thought they weren't children.
well, the things.
If I was to attack with it, Dean, does it just count as a straight longsword?
Yeah,
Like
it's
a-
just
yeah.
a longsword. Yeah,
Well,
it's just
let's-
like a decorative heirloom that's just placed above the fireplace.
Well, let's keep looking.
It's
There was
no
somebody-
magical properties.
It's
not
very
even identified
nice.
by Silcreus. Yeah, it's a nice longsword, but
Oh, it's
Let's-
beautiful.
Let's,
it is beautiful.
let's keep looking and find.
It's like a dwarven smith made it himself.
Let's find.
It's not that good.
I
Let's
think
Well,
you're
find.
think-
kind of liking the sword a bit too much.
Let's try and find who is in here or whatever monster.
I'll suggest we just split up and
No.
investigate.
No, under no circumstances are we splitting up. I do not feel safe splitting up. That feels dangerous.
Where are you
and
going,
stupid.
Bob?
I'll enter the room just straight ahead from where we entered.
I follow Bob.
Okay.
Bob, we need to stay together.
Oh, fucking Bob.
You enter into a dining room. In the center of the room, there's a wood paneled.
Oh man.
Sorry, the dining room is also wood paneled, just like the room you're in before. And in the center,
nice
it's a
house.
carved mahogany table. The table itself has these vines growing up the legs of it, very intricately detailed as they wrap around onto the top, almost spider-like coming along the top of it. But the
Actual vines
legs-
growing on it? Like it's
no,
abandoned?
it's carved. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
okay.
This whole place is clean and immaculate.
Ooh, can I sit in a chair?
You can. The
No.
chairs are high-backed and cushioned.
Ruby goes
With
over to
nice-
sit on a chair.
Dark red velvet and beautiful stitching along them.
It looks like she's on the
Above
table.
the table, there's a crystal chandelier hanging above it. It's covered with the table itself is covered with silverware, crystal glasses. They're all polished and they sparkle in the light of in the purple light of Silcreus's staff.
Is anybody else thinking those kids were full of shit? This is a lovely house.
Why are there no people? This place
There's
is
a
immaculate.
painting.
It's all clean and yet
They're
nobody's
obviously on
here.
holiday.
No.
There's a painting above the fireplace, and this one is of a beautiful alpine field. In this room, the wall paneling is slightly different. It's carved with images of deers prancing through trees.
Not exactly my taste, but a little bit of decorating and it'll be grand.
As you walk around the room and approach the other side of the room, the drapes are red and silken, and there's a tapestry of hunting dogs and horses, horse-mounted aristocrats chasing after a wolf hanging from an iron rod bolted to the south wall.
I'm not really liking this house.
Are these
Good
windows
visit.
up here?
I'll see nothing again.
They are windows. They're covered by the long hanging red silken
I
drapes.
approach one and look what's behind it, and slowly move my hand in front of and pull the curtain aside.
I go
Make a
with
perception check.
17.
The four-legged animal whip past as you open up the curtain, deep in the mist.
There's something out there. We don't want to go outside.
Animals?
Yes.
Or is it only Brad that sees it?
Yes, he poked his head around the curtain carefully.
What is it? What did you see?
A four-legged animal. It could be.
Oh, it's just the
anything.
children.
Children aren't
not
four
four-legged.
legs.
Two children equals 4
Was it
legs.
just a dog or something?
No, a four-legged. No, I'm a druid. I know when a four-legged animal and a kid and a bipedal organism look like.
Meh.
I don't know what any of that words mean.
I know you don't. It suffice to say, there's something out there. We need to stay inside, I guess, for now.
We are in a village. It's not a.
That's fine by me.
Shall we carry on then? We've got to find somebody in this house.
Before leaving the room, I'll just grab some silver knives off the table. Since you said there was
Just the
silverware.
knives, or
Yeah,
just...
just some knives, like 3
Right.
silver knives.
Okay.
I-
Yeah, you can add 3 pieces of silverware in. Are you doing it discreetly, or just
No,
grabbing
I'm
it?
just grabbing them.
Why are
Then
you
you do
taking
see it,
this-
Amrys.
Why are you taking the silverware? Why are you stealing things?
There's nobody here though, and
But
no
there's
one's
no-
using them.
But
It's
there's-
always good to have silver. with
Amos,
you.
you really need to calm down. You're yelling at everybody.
Just, why do we need to steal things? I don't understand.
I'm not stealing. I'm not gonna take it out of the house. I'll just need the silver.
Yeah, don't think of it as stealing. Just think of it as resupplying without permission.
I don't like that way.
We could pay the owner later if we find him.
There must be an owner. This place is immaculate. Somebody's cleaning it.
Then we will pay him later when we find him.
Do you have the gold? Because I don't.
We'll give it back when we find him.
Should we go up the stairs then?
I think that's the only way we can go. Wait, what's...
There's a room
No.
to the south.
There's a small broom closet here, isn't there, or something?
There is, and there's also a room coming off.
Yeah,
like,
we
when
have.
you exit the dining room through the other door, there's one on your left.
Oh, is there?
So there's a... Yeah, it's free, yeah, it's just behind Silcreus.
Side Silcreus.
Yeah, that's Silcreus.
Oh, I
Okay.
So
see.
there's 3 doors in this room that you haven't been through.
Right.
I'll look in the broom closet.
Oh, there are rats in here? What is this?
They're not rats. So we'll do 2 things.
Uh-oh.
You walk into the broom closet, and inside there's several black cloaks, all adult size, hanging from hooks on the walls. On the top shelf there is a brown box.
I look
moving in the
inside the
closet.
brown box.
So you reach up and you grab this brown box, and it's got a light weight inside of it. You bring it down, and you slowly take the lid off it. There's a nice top hat inside.
What a
fucking
surprise. Okay, I'll investigate
There's
like
a massive pause. Then I didn't know if it got picked up on my mic.
I'll investigate the ropes hanged in, put the box in the hat bag, and then investigate the rope, see if there's anything in the pockets or anything.
Yep, you rifle your hands through them, but they look like they're just cloaks for going out in the rain or harsh weather. There's no money pouches or anything attached to them.
Can I
no
use Arcana to detect if
chains.
there's any magic?
You're not
can
in the right
indeed.
room.
I am in the right room before he opened the box and moved in.
Then I'll
You're
just
in a
leave
broom.
again.
You're in a 5x5 broom closet together.
Yeah.
I'm moving in a. Wait,
Are you two making out in there?
oh
It
no, there
seems
ain't
to
gonna
just
be
be
no
a
making
regular-
out.
Evan,
Regular closet, nothing of interest in there, nothing to identify anything by.
can I use
You can-
Arcana to see if there's any magic on the robes?
You can indeed.
I like how they're focusing on that, and Ruby is stuck with 3 monsters or something in this room.
Oh, we
You
haven't got to
rifle
that
your
bit yet.
hand through it, and you feel no magic in the threads. Ruby screaming as she opens the door.
I rush in.
Do I hear it?
Yes.
Does
assume,
does
yeah.
she get a
Yeah.
first round before we can rush in?
I'm rushing.
Because it'll start rushing as soon as she screams. But
He
Yeah.
enters
Do we get
an
in
oaked
there?
panelled room. Above the fireplace is a stag's head, and around the edge of the room are 3 stuffed wolves.
Oh.
okay, so I guess we'll just come.
Ruby!
Can I make Ruby poke one with her rapier?
Ruby!
Yeah.
I'm guessing we're running in.
Yeah, we're running in. Ruby,
Mm-hmm.
what's wrong?
What is?
You run in.
I haven't moved. I'm not moving.
Try hold on, I'm laughing because
I'm 2 rooms
Ruby-
away. I probably wouldn't be able to hear it.
You would be able... She
would've.
screamed. We're not that
It's-
far apart. It's 20 feet.
2 rooms.
yeah, she just was like, ah!
The doors will be open. You would have heard her.
I want to grab
I
one of
will.
these robes though.
Yeah, sure. Grab one. Add it to your inventory. Long black cloak. So you run in.
Was it a
Ruby's
magical cloak?
rapier out.
No,
Yes.
it's just a long back cloak.
Oh.
I'm gonna poke the one that's closest to me.
What was all the screaming?
What are you doing?
It's quite sturdily made. Your rapier kind of just prods it. It doesn't rock or anything.
Oh, they...
I thought they were real.
Oh, they are quite gruesome. Are they like...
Ah,
Do they look like normal wolves? Or are they...
Yeah, they're beautiful. Immaculate fur. However they were slain has been covered up by an exceptional, skilled
It's
tailor.
not the way...
The eyes have that almost realistic glassiness to them.
This is not the way you
One of
treat-
them has its
Ooh,
mouth open.
is there
and
a drawer
fang
over there?
You walk in. As you start to examine the room, there's 2 padded chairs draped in animal furs, multiple different ones, browns, greys. They face this hearth, which has an oak table between them supporting a cask of wine. There's 2 carved wooden goblets, a pipe rack with 3 separate pipes onto them, all different shaped. One's got long black, the long black stem. One of them seems to be made of ebony, and the other one's fancy wood, again with the same kind of vine motif you've seen around the house. There's a candelabrum on the table as well. Above, a similar chandelier to the dining room hangs, and the table, and there's a cloth-covered table in the back corner.
This is no way to treat animals when they are dead.
Mm.
I want to investigate the wolf for the way they were killed.
Yeah, roll investigation. There's also 2 cabinets in the room.
I want to check the cabinets.
I want to go check the wine.
I want to.
Okay,
I
so-
want to steal the pipes.
Okay,
You're
so
stealing
you
a cloak
frisk
right
through
now.
the
You
wolf.
decided not to come over when she was screaming.
That's true.
Fine, I'll move
So-
over and then steal.
I'll investigate
You
the...
frisk the wolf, and let's please just I got a lot of things, just one at a
Okay.
time. So Delvin, you frisk the wolf, and you find out that it was slain by an arrow. There's a little mark along the neck, where the fur's a bit patched and it's been sewn in, but it's been covered over. But with a bit of rough handling, you found it. Ruby, what were you doing?
I wanted to check the cabinets.
Okay, we'll get back to you. So you grab the wine, Bob.
Yeah, I'll just like give it a sniff. Tell
Yeah,
if it's
it's a-
like regular wine.
It's just wine. You can't really. It's definitely better than what you would have supped up at church, and better than what you would have seen on your travels.
Then I pour me a glass.
You could roll like insight to see if you're aware of like how good quality it is if you want to.
Yeah.
It's not like incredible wine, but it's definitely like just it's mind blowing that they would leave this out.
I pour myself a glass.
Hey, if you're pouring, pour me one.
I pour 2 glasses.
So,
That's a
Reyes,
man.
are you wearing the hooded robe? Are you wearing a robe?
Yes.
Okay, so you then enter this room in this long black cloak.
Where did you get that from?
I found it.
I grab him
Okay.
and tear the robe off him, or attempt to.
Emrys, what are you doing?
He's
Roll
stealing
strength.
things.
Oh, he gets a longsword, but I can't have a robe. The longsword's clearly more expensive than my robe. Even the silverware is more expensive than that robe.
15.
All right. Roll strength or dexterity with. Is it acrobat? No. Is it athletics?
Athletics or acrobatics?
Roll athletics or acrobatics, whichever one is your highest.
Oh,
Or if you're attempting to just put, well, you've rolled now, but I also like to rule that if you're attempting to physically push them off rather than just disengage, you can do a strength contest. It's my personal opinion of it. But no, Amris grabs, quickly whips her arms up, his arms up, and yanks the robe off you.
Stop stealing things that aren't yours. The longsword might be useful. This robe isn't magical. You know that.
I'm just sitting poking the wolf in
I'm
the
a
eyes.
mage. I should
You're an
have a robe.
idiot.
I should have a robe. I'm a mage.
You have a robe. You're wearing it, you tit.
Yeah, but this is common clothes. A robe looks nicer.
Guys, stop yelling. Remember, there's supposed to be a monster in here.
I shove it. I
Probably
shove it in
meant
his.
the wolves.
I shove
As
the,
Ruby
the robe on
says
his
that-
chest.
As
Oh.
also, as Ruby says that, the guys stop yelling. She's opening these cabinets, having a look through.
Yeah.
One of them is locked, and the other one you find a pack of cards and several wine glasses.
I shove the robe into Silchris's chest and say, "Put this back."
But
It's
I
not
already
ours.
have cards. Does anybody want cards?
I mean, I don't want any, but I'd be down for a game or two.
Why are we...
Oh, Delvin, you want to play? We're just borrowing to play. Do you want to play,
I
Delvin?
do have a
suppose
nice
that's
table in
okay.
the other room.
While the distracted Ruby, can I sneak over to the table and steal the pipes?
But hold on, I'm still poking these wolves in the
No.
eyes. What does it feel
You're
like?
not, because Amris has his hand on you, pushing the robe against you.
Now put it
Ambrose,
back.
you're fighting a losing battle. Just turn a blind eye.
Bob, do you want to play?
We should be better than this.
Nobody said we should be better.
No, we should be better. Go,
Nobody said
put it
this.
back.
I'll put it back when at least Bob puts back the silverware.
Oh.
What?
Bob stole silverware.
Go put
I
the
am
robe
not
back.
taking
I'm
the
fine.
silver out
I'll
of
go
the
put-
house.
I will go put the robe back.
I am bringing the silver to be cautious.
Oh yeah, I'm not taking the sword out the house at all.
I go put the robe back.
So I'm guessing we're not playing cards. Great.
No.
Maybe in a bit, Ruby, after a few more drinks, yeah?
Okay.
While he's out of the room, can I steal the pipes?
Yeah, you can walk over to the table and grab the pipes.
What kind of character backstory do you
Just-
have?
Just remember,
It's a wizard. Wizards collect things.
when you want to steal
Yeah.
without people noticing,
all
that's when you use sleight of hand.
Yeah, if you don't
Alright.
want people to notice, you just like hand. But I think he's just strolling across and grabbing it because
Yeah.
none of you really give a shit.
Except for him. So what do I add to my inventory?
You're taking all three. Just put 3
Please
ornate
use
pipes.
encumbrance rules. He'll deserve it.
Oh dear.
When it gets ridiculous, but I mean, a few pipes in the pocket ain't gonna matter.
I'm
If
not
you
sure
get
about
shoved
that.
onto the ground, they might break.
Did I notice that one of the cabinets was locked when?
Yeah, your passive perception's high enough to see like Ruby just.
What
You're
does
just
the
like standing at the back, sipping wine, kind of leaning against the wall, just watching.
does
Because
the
then
wall-
I would like to just look around, see if I can spot a key.
what does the wolf eye feel
Just
like? By
looking
the way?
around.
What does the wolf eye? What's this about the wolf eye?
What's it feel like?
On the edge of a
Glassy.
sword.
Glassy.
Yeah, glassy. You you ruffle around, you pat down the table with the cloth, you have a look in the open cabinet, you don't find a key.
I'll just shrug and leave the room then.
Does
What's
sleight of
the-
hand
Well,
include
I'm out here.
lockpick?
What's the problem with the
No.
with the thing?
Lockpicking is done with thieves' tools.
Okay.
You can only open thieves' tools if you can only open locks if you have thieves' tools.
Can I
Or
attempt?
try and strength them off.
Do I see him messing with this like locked thing?
No one's messing with the locked door.
Wait, can I
Alright.
actually like try to break it off?
You could try and break it
that was my plan.
What do I have to like roll?
Strength and tell me how you're doing it.
Can I just smash it really hard with my rapier?
With a rapier, not
Yeah.
really.
Jam
Like with the
rapier into
hilt
the
of
lock.
it, surely you could just like.
Yeah, you could whack.
How
it with
about
the
my
hilt of it.
shield? Can I take my shield?
Oh yeah,
please?
yeah. You can try and roll strength with your shield.
Okay.
I say jam the rapier into the lock, just.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna smash.
Amorous,
Mm-hmm.
you walk into the cloakroom and you hang it back up with a huff, trying to flatten it down, and then you hear a boom.
What the hell was that? No, I don't want to know
Your
anymore.
shield gouges a chunk of wood out of the door, showing the locking mechanism. With a bit of extra tapping, toing, and throwing, you manage to jimmy it open.
Woohoo!
Now that's thinking with your head.
Oops.
Thanks.
Inside, you find 3 crossbows. A
3?
large, heavy one in the middle, a small and medium-sized one, light crossbow, and then a hand crossbow. Each like nicely racked up, and nothing special looking about them. Just 1, 2, 3. They're very well kept, and underneath each one there is a pile of bolts.
Ooh, I would like to take the bolts.
So,
Okay.
only 2 people left in this room. I say we get 1 each.
Well, who else uses a crossbow?
I just want 1.
I use a crossbow though.
Are you sure you're not a rogue?
I do. I have proficiency in crossbow.
Hand crossbows.
Yes, the small one was a hand crossbow.
Yeah,
The smallest
tiny
one's a
one was-
hand crossbow.
Oh, okay.
So how many bolts are there?
There is 60 in total.
60.
20 for each.
So, what do I type in for?
Should be able to
If you're
drag
picking up-
hand crossbow in.
Yeah, like
You
on
should be
the
able to-
compendium.
Yeah, search for it so you can add it.
Yeah.
While I'm,
You
Well, I'm
want
out
to go
here.
into that room next to you?
while I'm out here, I may as well. I'll open the
So
door
what,
and
is
look
he
inside.
taking 20 or what? How many is he taking?
I'll move you in just so that you can see it as I describe it. Well, you said that you grab all the crossbows immediately. You're the one who opened it, so you get it.
Woohoo!
You grab all the bolts. You walk into the kitchen. It's tidy.
Crossbow with no bolt?
There's dishware, cookware, and utensils neatly placed on shelves all around. The work table in the middle has a cutting board and a rolling pin on it. A stone dome-shaped oven stands near the eastern wall. It has a bent iron stovepipe connecting it to a hole in the ceiling. And behind the stove and to the left, there's a very thin-looking door. Also, if you step in and look to your side, you notice that there is a dumbwaiter, or what would appear to be one.
That might be useful later. I make a note of it.
Amris, do you have it covered in there?
I'd appreciate the backup. There's a thin door back here if you could come in with me.
Ruby,
I'll
can I have some of those bolts, please?
follow. You did not see Ruby take any bolts.
He would have,
Oh,
because she
okay.
was smashing it, but Ruby opened it and went bolts and then grabbed them all. Just in her hands, like, yes!
Left a crossbow, so I was able to take a crossbow.
Shall we?
You can take the hand crossbow.
Because I already have crossbows. I just care about the bolts.
I'm not, and I just asked you for them bolts.
Are you asking
I'll
for a bolt?
I'll follow
Yes.
Bob
You,
if
you
he's
want a
going
bolt?
with a.
You want a bolt?
Like I had already left the room when you were like,
Talking about the crossbow.
Taking
So by the
crossbow.
time you look up, Bob and me are both gone and haven't come back.
I'll have gone as well. I'll have followed Bob out. I don't give a shit about crossbows.
Can I have
What's
10
I
of
thought
the
you were still
hand
playing
crossbow
with a
ones?
wolf.
Well, after I poked the eye, I was done with it. Why the fuck would I keep playing with it?
Yeah, so you walk out into the hallway and kind of see what the doors are probably still
You
open. So
Yeah, you walk into the hallway. Make a perception check, Delvin.
Alright.
You walk out and it feels different. You look around and try and work out what... You check above the fireplace, which is now crackling with a nice warmth. Nothing. You scan around again. And you look at the wood paneling along the walls of the beautiful flowers and vines and nymphs. And you realize that they're actually skeletal, and the vines are snakes with dark colours on them, deep inset eyes.
Alright, don't know where Bob went.
Bob, do you want to? Well, let's open the door together down at the end there.
Where? Hello? Where did you go?
We're in the kitchen.
Which door's that?
By the in the
the
dining
last
room.
door.
Right, I'll follow him.
Right, so you enter the kitchen as you see Bob and Amrys pushing against this door at the back. You guys open it, and it leads to a very well-stocked pantry. There's lots of cheeses, there's a bundle of cured meat, there's a few sausages hanging from above the rafters, some bread, and just other, like, small bundles, like, of hempen bags of different materials and objects.
By the way, Drew boy, I don't know what you did in that room back there, but you really fucked it up. I actually like the look of the place.
I haven't done anything.
Who else is gonna put snakes on the walls?
I haven't done anything, Delvin.
Alright, well, the room's fucked up. Nothing wrong with the fireplace, still burning bright, very warm, very nice. But there's snakes on the wall. They're a bit creepy. I'm not great with snakes, but they're there.
I go back.
Just
in.
thought I'd let you know.
Do I see what he saw?
Yeah, as you kind of listen to his instructions and take a closer look at the wooden paneling, you notice these skeletal, fairy-like creatures dancing above writhing snakes.
This is
As
not-
you move your head closer to the wall, peering into it, you can swear that they're moving.
We need to not be here, but we can't be outside either. Maybe
you lost me.
Continue investigating this
yes,
place.
that's the only thing we can do.
I'll move back into the hallway.
Well, upstairs it is,
I'm-
boys.
I'm gonna BRB really quick, so I'm gonna just stick with the stuffed wolves.
Alright.
Let's go upstairs. Ruby will catch up.
What was in the door past the kitchen again?
It was just... Was it pantry you called it?
Pantry.
Pantry. It's, like a store cupboard, just full of, like, food.
I guess all the food was fresh.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was like nice, like like very rich ham and sausages hanging from the ceiling, like cured meats. There's cheeses, breads, and then like there's some sacks and stuff of like different like cooking materials.
This place is thought, it shouldn't feel this abandoned.
It doesn't though. It's clean, immaculate.
I'm starting to admit you've got a point. It's a little off.
Yes, we cannot stay.
I
It's
mean,
like someone
this
in a
place was
garage.
cleaner on my house.
That doesn't surprise me, Delvin. But,
I feel insulted.
you should. Right.
Thing. You step up this staircase, still dark. The only light, this purple glow coming from Silcreus, although most of you can see in the dark anyway.
It's rather disconcerting to be able to see in the dark now.
How long has passed, by the way?
Huh?
How much time has passed?
Since we came in?
Yeah.
Probably only like 10 minutes or so, 15 at best. You've walked briskly from each one, talking as you walked, huddled mostly together.
Okay. I was making sure because spell only lasts an hour.
You can just
Okay,
recast it.
yes.
It's
I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
cantrips are free, so you can just recast it.
I know.
That's good. I like that. So there's unlit oil lamps mounted on the walls of this elegant hallway. Hanging above the mantelpiece opposite you is a wooden framed portrait of a family. There's a man and a woman with two smiling children that you all recognize.
All right, Ruby's back. What's up?
You've gone upstairs. Are you
What?
going upstairs as well?
So wait, what? Where's everybody?
We're upstairs, Ruby.
Okay.
The way you could have heard her there now.
It's
So
an
as
open
Ruby
staircase.
steps up, you will see this portrait of two elderly people. Not elderly, but two adults. They're all in very nice, beautiful clothing. The two children either side that you recognize from outside the house. And in the father's arms, there is a baby wrapped in cloth. Perception check, please, from anyone who wants to investigate the picture.
I already did.
Yep.
Hold on.
What's that?
Am I not able to do an investigation check instead?
23. No.
It's not specific.
I want
about
to
it.
investigate it.
That's just because your stat is higher in investigate.
Yeah, exactly.
You all pick up on this subtle thing. Even though it's a painted picture, you notice a hint of scorn in the mother's face as she looks like she's looking towards the baby. The father's got a doting look, but the mother's got more of a... There's
Like
that
fear?
in the side of her eyes. No,
Anger.
more... Yeah.
She doesn't look very happy.
No.
She just had a baby.
I thought
Standing
But-
suits of armor flank the hallway. There's 4. Each
What
suit
what
of
are they
them
carrying?
holds a spear, and they have a visored helm shaped like a wolf. The doors, as you can see, are carved with dancing youths. And a staircase continues higher, if you so wish to climb.
Can I use Arcana to inspect up suits of armor?
You can.
So I call out to the room while he's doing that, while he's investigating, touching, and... Hello? Is anyone here?
Again, I just walk into a room.
Wait.
Well, we can't split up.
Anything with the
Okay.
suits?
Nothing. They're just very ornate, a little bit spooky.
Can I lift the visored helm?
You can.
I do.
Just about. Yeah, it takes you a reach. You open
There's
it.
no...
That's
I don't think it'll fit
the
you.
inside of an armor.
Delvin, I know you want to steal everything that's not bolted down, but I don't think that armor is going to fit you. It was made for a
No.
man.
I
Can he
don't.
actually see inside it?
I don't like I'm standing there like guards. I feel weird about them.
Shall I
I've
take a
seen
look in-
things in dwarven, I've seen dwarven things. I've seen how we guard our stuff.
Shall I take a look inside the armor to make sure no one's inside?
Well, I don't know. Just I don't know.
As you stand on the staircase, you feel a cold draft from upstairs against the back of your neck
It's
and
always
wrist.
so cold. I move forward and light the fireplace the same way I did before.
Slowly crackles and envelops into a warm red glow.
This house, for having so many fireplaces, this house is so cold.
Well,
Well,
none of them
no.
are lit.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably the reason they had so many put in.
There's also a staircase. I don't know if you see it because
There's a
I
little
can't really
door.
see it. Yeah, there's a little door above Silcreas.
Oh my god, there's a widow door. So technically I should be over by the stage, so I probably should be here.
Bob pushes his way into his
Ruby
first room
followed
of
after
choice.
him.
Yep. Red velvet drapes cover the windows of this room. There's an exquisite mahogany desk and a matching high-back chair and a matching high-back chair which both face the entrance and the fireplace. Above the fireplace hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. In the corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall, and a rolling wooden ladder allows one to move more easily to reach the higher shelves.
Ruby, go investigate the desk.
Sure.
And then I'll look at the bookcases, and I guess I use this and this to see if I find anything to my interest.
Okay, so we'll have a look at you. So you start pulling books out, and there's just general books. There's hundreds of tomes covering a range of topics, history of the world. There's battle tactics and warfare. There's some on alchemy and potion mixing. You find some first edition collected works of poetry and some of fiction. There's it's a wide range of topics. So is there anything you're specifically looking for?
Anything pertaining undead.
There doesn't seem to be anything to do with undead or arcane practices, not from your initial investigation.
Then I'll just shrug it off and turn to a true, because I guess he's been investigating the desk while I've been
As
looking at
you're
these.
looking through the bookshelves, give me a perception check, please.
No.
Denied.
You can't see the bookshelf.
You just you just take books out at willy-nilly, and nothing seems to be too pressing to you. There might be some that you thumb through and read a few pages of. Ruby, who's at the desk, you find resting on top of it an oil lamp, and there's a jar of ink, a quill pen, and a tinderbox. There's a kit for making letters containing a small red wax candle for making the seals. There's 4 blank sheets of parchment, a seal bearing the family's crest, which is, of course, the windmill. You open the desk drawers. They're empty, except you find a heavy iron key.
Ooh, there's a key in here, guys.
I'm gonna move into the room with them.
Yeah, I've moved up in with them as well.
Just bring. Does it fit like anything in the desk?
I haven't seen the library.
Is it fair to assume any books containing magic would also have a trace of magic on them?
Not necessarily.
Can I roll anything that's on the key to kind of know what the fuck maybe it might be for, or?
It's just a heavy iron key.
It's like, is there drawers in the desk?
It's door-sized. It's not like a small desk key or like a secret compartment key.
Well, I'm
It's just
gonna
there.
put the key in my pocket, and I think it's a good idea to light the oil lamp.
Amris, as you walk in, you see Ruby stuff something into her pocket.
Ruby,
Hmm.
what do you? Oh, is that the key?
It was a key.
Maybe that would be useful. I don't know.
See,
We should.
but now we have an oil lamp.
Maybe there will be something in this library, something about the family.
I didn't find anything.
You can do the
Let me
reading.
have a look.
I'll do the sitting.
So give me an investigation and a perception check, please.
Everybody?
Amris said that he was looking at the bookshelves.
Okay.
Hold on.
Your picture is really androgynous.
I know.
I don't know what that word means.
Boy and girl kind of looking.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
My kind of boy and girl.
That's why Ruby calls him Lady
Investigation.
Man.
Investigation is a big 3.
Okay.
Perception is a much better 17.
You find nothing on the family as you pass around, but one of the books you grab makes a clicking sound,
Oh.
and the bookshelf swings open to the left.
Ooh. What?
Hey, good job! I'll hop up out the chair.
That was interesting.
As you
A peek
stop
inside.
and look at this, the bookshelf starts to close again.
I slip
Just
inside.
in your reaction.
Yeah, I slip inside.
Can I
The door
grab it?
shuts
Can I
behind you.
Oh, can I not jump and grab the door?
No, you were around on the other side of the room.
Yeah, you're
I
sitting
believe.
on the chair.
Is the room that big?
I guess I see
It's pretty
Amrit
big.
disappear through the bookcase.
Because the secret passageway is down here. So
Ah,
Amris was down there, and you enter this room here.
Would I have seen Amrit disappear?
You were thumbing through the book, so yeah, you would have all noticed the door, but you weren't really in a position to react to it. Amris barely got through it before
I
it
start
shut
banging
again.
on the other side. Help!
Amrit, are you okay?
Yes, yes.
What book did you touch?
The blue one with the white spines.
Do I see it?
Investigation.
Oh, we
Would
gotta
that be
help
a
him.
perception?
Do I
No,
see
'cause
it?
You're looking for it specifically. No, you start on the bottom shelf pulling book, like just yanking
Okay, I'm
them
gonna
all
help. Don't worry, we're gonna find it.
so
What do I see in this?
I
I'm
can't
assuming
find
we're all
them.
You see more bookshelves packed with tomes, and opposite you there's a heavy wooden chest with clawed feet, and it stands against the wall. Its lid is half closed, and sticking out of the chest is a skeleton ordained in leather armor.
Oh, that doesn't look good. There's a body in here. This is not pleasant. I don't think this is a good place.
I'm trying to find the book.
So-
Calm down.
You're very bad at finding books.
I'm not very tall.
Does
About-
need investigation?
5 minutes pass of you kind of holding yourself up against this
I'm-
far side of the room,
I'm
not
kind
moving.
of eyeing the books on the walls as well, kind of seeing what's in here and
Okay.
things like that.
Are you looking at them at all?
I do
Yeah,
not
yeah.
find the book.
I'm looking through and kind of going, which ones are these?
You hear this rapid sound on the other side of the wall, and you reach out and grab a tome, and it's hard to focus in this like secluded, sealed darkness, even with
dark
your dark vision. Yeah, but it's still.
Even with dark
Well,
vision.
It's
if I
pitch
can't see,
black.
then I produce a flame from my hand.
That's fine. You make a little glowing light, and you start having a look, and there's the first one you grab is just red drenched pages, spotches of dark brown, not sure what it is, just in your torchlight it's kind of crispy, and they mentioned summoning rituals, necromantic summoning from the cult of Auspius.
Auspice.
Does anyone find the book
Cybus.
yet?
This is bad.
About 5 minutes pass,
Uh,
and the
Okay.
door behind you opens up.
and I push my way out immediately.
Yes, I'll rush in.
Could I have used this to open it? Or is it not an unlocked door?
I'm,
I would say you would be, since you're aware of the presence of it.
can I rush in and I'm gonna drag the skeleton out the chest and open it?
Okay. So you grab the
Excitement.
skeleton,
Can I give you a-
yanking it out of the chest.
Come on out, old
shoving-
boy.
Shoving Amris out the side. You yank it, and you keep pulling at it as it like gets stuck, yanking it out of the top of the chest, and it comes out with a crack. Part of it's still stuck in the skull, is like detached from it, and you've got this headless skeleton. You look upon it, and there's darts stuck in the rib cage and the armor. And in the skeleton's left hand, there's a letter with a seal of a raven in the red wax.
Okay, I'm taking the letter and I'll hand it to Druid Boy. Read me this, please.
Just a minute. Druid boy needs to give small child the medicine.
I'm not opening that chest. There's darts in the man.
You're the one that said to open it.
Well, no, because I grabbed the skeleton. He's stuck in it.
Yeah, just the chest is
But
shut now.
it doesn't take much to know. Hold on a minute. Guy looking into chest, head in first. I pull fucking head away, and there's darts in his chest. There's no way I wouldn't figure out even like there may be something fishy about that chest.
Maybe.
So is he being rough with the like?
With the skeleton, yeah, he's yanked it and just swinging it about. He grabbed the skeleton by the arm and is offering the letter to Amris by using the skeleton's own arm, kind of like a puppet. Like, here you
Come
go.
on, take it, wavy wave.
You cretin, show some respect for the dead.
Oh, calm down. They ain't gonna do anything. Look at him. I'm dancing around a bit more.
Do a nice little waltz with the skeleton.
Right.
I
The
slap him.
darts ping out of him.
Sorry.
You slap the dwarf across the back of the head.
Oh, fucking hell. Come on, Bob.
What,
It's just a
what
joke.
letter? What letter do you want me to read? What?
Yeah, read this. And I'll hold up the skeleton arm still. It's probably come away from the body at this point, but it's still
What
holding
is-
the letter.
What am I read? What?
I don't know, but I need to check
need
the walls for
No, you
dart
need to-
holes. So... No, you read the letter. Hold on
I'll
a
read the
minute.
letter, but you need to be more respectful of the dead. They are...
Oh, fucking hell. Another one. Okay, I'm sorry. It was a joke.
Fine. I'll
Look at
read
the
letter.
skeleton. Fine. He's like
Oh.
in about 5 different parts now.
I'll read the letter.
You
Still
slide your
flailing the arm
finger
around.
under the seal, and this most beautiful handwriting you've ever seen. It's flowing cursive. It's so fine and neat. And it reads, "My most pathetic servant, I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent, you abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sirred a stillborn son. Cursed by darkness? Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dreadlord and master, Strahd von Zarovich."
So what's to say?
I was about. Is he reading it out loud or to
I
himself?
read to myself.
He read it out loud. Oh,
Okay.
I thought. Well,
I
the
still
dwarf
don't get
asked
it.
you to read it out, so.
Uh,
Or are you reading it to yourself?
I'll read it
It's
to
your
myself,
choice.
and then I'll relay information. It sounds like they were trying to invoke the help of this.
Should be on
Strahd
your
person.
screen,
Oh,
I
thank you.
think.
They were trying to invoke the help of this Strahd person, and he basically told them to screw themselves. But it sounds like
That's a good man.
it sounds like they've
Had
been-
we heard the name Strahd early on?
Yes, you
Yes.
have.
He's the ruler of this place. He says something about the dark powers of this land. They were looking for some path to immortality, and it sounds like they've been torturing people and bleeding souls in a hidden altar somewhere.
Oh, well, looks like your precious family that we shouldn't be stealing from are a bunch of assholes.
Well, we
So
didn't.
I'm just going
No,
to keep
We
stealing
didn't know that at the time, and you should.
Ah,
shouldn't
I
take
had
things
a
we don't
feeling.
need. We still shouldn't take things we don't need.
Alright, but I need
Is the
everything
door
I've
still
taken.
open?
What?
Now, anyway, look at the amount of darts in his chest. Help me investigate this chest. I wanted it,
What's
but
wrong
I'm
with it?
scared.
You're scared of the chest. Well,
No, I'm scared of being shot. I don't want to be shot.
There's darts in the chest.
Yeah, no, there's darts in the man's chest.
Oh.
Probably from opening the chest.
How clearly
then-
do we see the chest?
Oh, it's a large chest against the wall.
Do we see a lock on it?
No, it was open when the skeleton was hanging
Can
out
I
of it.
can I see any little dart holes in the wall or anything?
Roll investigation.
Do I get advantage because I'm looking for them exactly?
Yeah, sure.
What is it? Perception or investigation?
Investigation. Yeah, there's nothing there, and you give the chest a rattle as well, searching around it, and you can't hear any mechanisms anymore.
Alright, well,
bit
I'm
of
opening the
bravery.
chest.
Yep, you swing the chest open, and nothing's there. At the back, you see this old, well, not old, but no longer working dart trap. It seems to have only had enough to kill that one person. Inside the chest, you find 3 blank books. They have black leather covers, and there's 3 spell scrolls.
Hey, look, pretty books for you, Drew. Boy, what's the spell scrolls?
As you keep digging deeper, you find 2 sheets of paper. They are both deeds to properties.
Oh, yep.
One is to this house, and the other one is to a windmill known as the Bone Grinder.
Alright, anything else?
Yeah, there's a lot more in here as you keep digging down. You find a will signed, and at the very bottom, a sheet filled with a small musical score.
Okay, alright, so books, Druid boy, you look like you like writing. They're for you. Spell scrolls, I'll throw them. I'm throwing the spell scrolls backwards to anyone who wants them in the crowd, like like throwing a
fragile.
bouquet, so they
They're
can jump.
fragile. Just,
I'll investigate the scrolls with an arcana.
There's
Okay,
2 deeds to property. I'll keep hold
You'll
of those
need to
for now.
roll 3, 1 for each scroll, please.
I guess I know what one of them is.
Yep, you identify that one of the scrolls is protection from poison.
let the wizard do it. He knows. He knows these kinds of magics. And I passed
Well,
the 2 over to
Can I reach
Silvers.
over?
Look, I know what you're all gonna think.
these 2 scrolls? I
Like-
can't figure out what they are.
I just want to say for the group, I might be pocketing the 2 deeds, but I have the best reasons in mind, and I'm not hiding it from any of you. There is no suspicion, but they're going in my pocket.
That's fine.
Eric, 10 out of 10.
That is
They
fine.
pass the scroll to you, and you don't even unroll them, and you just go, this one's bless, and this one's spiritual weapon.
Those are cleric spells, aren't they?
I think they are.
What were they 2 scrolls?
Bless and spiritual weapon.
There's protection from poison, bless, and spiritual weapon.
Bless and protection from poison is cleric.
Spiritual
So
weapon.
spiritual weapon.
Yeah,
I thought you said
Weapon.
protection from poisonous cleric.
All
Spiritual weapon I don't have yet, so I don't know.
You should do.
it all depends on what I took. Doesn't it?
Remember, you can pick what you want at the start of a cleric
Yeah,
day.
but spiritual
second
weapon
level,
is
but-
not my. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
it's
on
not
my.
a
To
later
spell,
one.
that's why.
Yeah.
So it is one of
Um,
yours you have, but not yet.
Does anything come of me scanning the books looking for Arcana?
No, there's no magical books.
Oh, the book I found in the, it just like, in the room. What was that one?
Yep. There's
Necromancy.
multiple books. Now everyone's in there bringing their light sources in. You can see there's several different books. Just different ones on necromantic rituals.
I'm still grabbing from the
sacrificing,
chest.
On
fiend
necromancy
summoning,
abominations.
more on
Indeed.
Ossibus, and like different rituals.
But we've seen no signs of any undead at all in this place.
These
Beam, what was the
books
last?
of perversions must be burned.
What was the last things in the chest?
Agreed.
There is a will, carefully
will.
rolled up and sealed with the windmill crest, and there's also a torn bit of parchment with a musical score written on it.
Does anybody like music?
It might be useful.
Well, here you go.
Thank you.
The eyes of... I can't remember what it's called.
Eyes of the grave.
Yeah,
Also,
do
here's
we
a
know, do we know if he does it, or does it just do it himself?
He just does
here's
it.
a will. I'm not the best at reading,
My
so
Eyes of the Grave is like only it's spell that usually only lasts like for one turn, so I would have to cast it again to see if there's anything nearby me, because it's
Yeah,
only
but I
for
mean-
like a moment.
Right.
Do we see you cast it? Like, do we know that you do it, or...
No, it's just like I don't think so. It shouldn't have any visual cues really.
You just
His
think
eyes
it's like
change
opening
colour
the
very
fourth eye.
slightly. His eyes go a bit more green.
I guess yeah. If you have
grey.
like used like perception on me or something when, like, yeah, you can roll for it if you see me do something.
I start helping Bob gather the necromantic books from this area and start throwing them in the fire.
Pretty much the whole room.
Yeah, we start doing that.
I'll
Pretty much.
burn all of it, and I'll stay here and burn all of it.
Oh no, you're taking them to the fire. And
Yeah,
then
there's
Yeah.
a
are you
fireplace
doing
in the other room. It's easier to do.
But
it.
I'm
Can I use investigation to see if there's any books not on necromancy that they're going to accidentally burn?
Yeah, you can have a quick look. Yeah. There's nothing in here that isn't involving with killing people or summoning things.
Does anyone
Wait,
want to
I
read
don't
the
care
will?
about like killing people. All just think that has to do with like defiling
these-
the dead.
Well, Amrys has just grabbed them all.
Yeah.
Like, with the
These
help
are
of you.
books of evil. They should not be in the hands of any mortal.
Can someone who's good at reading stop burning shit and read this will, please?
Fine.
I'm waiting.
Fine. I'll read your stupid will. God damn it.
Thank you.
I actually just don't know anymore where anyone is because I know someone went. They all went into this little hole in the wall.
So I'm going back and forth between these two pots. Like,
Yeah, you propped the door open or like yanked, broken the mechanism so that you can just keep going to and forward. So you're just sitting in the corner in like one of the comfy chairs, maybe, just kind of wiggling your legs as you watch Amrys and Bob run backwards and forwards with these books. Amrys carrying more than Bob. Bob's got more of like a select handful, tossing them into the fire. With the dwarf following them both, going, "Will one of you please just read this?"
I throw the last load in
The
book,
wizard's still thumbing through books.
and I throw the last like load into the fire, and I go, "Fine, I'll read your stupid whatever it is. What is it?"
It's a will.
Well, yes, but fine. What is it?
I hand it over.
Okay. I read the will aloud this time because I'm a bit frustrated.
Signed by a Gustav and Elizabeth Durst, it bequeaths the house, the windmill, and all other family property to Rosavalda and Thornbolt Durst in the event of their deaths.
I'm guessing that's the children.
Yes, but one was missing from the picture. Although
Yeah, but I'm guessing that's a boy's name and a girl's name. I'm guessing it's them two little whatever you said they were, not ghost or whatever. You told me I was wrong.
Demons.
But why leave one of the children off the wheel?
Well, I mean, you seen the mothers look at that other little shit. It probably wasn't even like true to the family.
I suppose.
You think back to the letter you just previously read,
Yes.
and how it mentioned that
Stillborn.
the man abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn.
That's even weirder. Come to think of it, if that baby was stillborn, why was he holding it?
Didn't he look happy in the picture?
He did.
Oh, he was made up.
Well, we should press on, maybe.
That
Trust-
doesn't make me feel
I know
good.
that man. I know a man's face, and it looked like he'd taken whatever refuge in the bosom of a great many women with that smile.
Well, we should carry on. I think we're done here.
I'm looking all at once.
As you walk back into the upstairs landing, give me a perception check, please.
Everyone?
Yeah, everyone who walks in.
15.
I stayed because I didn't realize I'm still looking at books.
1
Okay.
or 3.
15.
Bob, Ruby, and Amris. You notice that, again, the wooden carvings, these ones which were dancing youths, are actually people running from flying monsters around them. Some of them on their knees, their heads covered, and you can sense a palpable panic. You twist your eyes around the room, and the painting shows Rose and Fawn, the two children you now know the names of, and a single man holding the child. This man, it's not the same man it was before. Yes, I have eaten, thank you. Well, actually, no, I haven't.
You're lying already, Dean.
One second.
So this is going well. We've got 3 spells. Happy with this. Silence.
Sorry, my bro was talking to me. So it's a man you don't recognize holding this child. And as you look closer, you can see that his fingers are wrapped around the neck, tight.
And this is it's me and who else?
Everyone but Bob.
No,
Everyone but me
Delvin.
as well.
Alright, so other guys.
Everyone
Bob,
but
Bob,
Delvin.
Oh, so everyone but Delvin can see this.
This house is
Yep.
changing as we move through it.
I don't like this. Spit this fog outside. Oh,
I'll be honest, the house is becoming more and more shit that we move through. Maybe we should leave it now, and then the will might be at least worth something.
This is a house of heretics, and we need to get to the bottom of this.
There is definitely a potential undead presence here. It is part of my circle to purge
Do
it.
you think it's the baby?
Maybe.
I use my Eyes of the Grave again, and it's the last time I can use it.
Okay, that's fine.
So I have to rest before I can use it again after this.
You get the feeling of undeath above you.
oh, that's reassuring. For
I
fuck's
assume
sake.
the second he gets a feeling, like he looks straight up, what do you see?
And
I
Below
feel
you.
the presence of undead above and below us.
Well,
So there's no escaping it.
let's go deal with the ones above us then.
Hold on, we're not done with this floor yet. I'm not gonna move upstairs. There could be things to help against it. I mean, we've already found some things.
Myself and Bob are trained to deal with undead.
Yeah, you're right, but like I'm trained to deal with taking things that may help.
Let's.
Since I don't feel anything from, like, I guess the side room here.
I'm gonna
You
walk
can
in.
go look in that room. I'll go upstairs.
I'm going.
I'm going upstairs.
so
I'm gonna. Ruby's gonna follow after Delvin, so he's not alone.
Okay. I need to
Don't
do a
let me
quick
alone.
break here, so
Yeah.
just if everyone wants to go toilet, get a drink or whatever.
All of you guys left me alone, and yet, we can't leave Delvin alone.
But you weren't in the room.
here.
Yep, everyone's here.
Wait, where is it? Wait, did I hear Eric?
Right?
I didn't hear Eric.
I thought I heard
I
Eric.
am here.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
He was nom nom nomming.
Oh, is it back on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Ruby and Delvin, you go into this room, and everyone else detaches from the party. Are you still? No, so you're going to catch up to them as they reach the top landing, Silcreus. Okay, so you enter into a balcony room. No, sorry, that was.
No, there's like a
sorry.
piano in this.
Yeah, no, it's a conservatory. I don't know where it is.
I
There it is.
remember that piano,
Do you? I
but
didn't.
enjoyed it.
There's drapes covering the windows of the elegantly appointed hall. There's a brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. The chairs are upholstered with a fine mauve and red velveteen fabric. There's a stained glass wall hangings depicting beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments. In the center, there's a harpsichord. It's resting in the northwest corner. Near the fireplace, there's a large standing harp, and there's figurines of well-dressed dancers on the mantelpiece.
None of this stuff really interests me.
There's a musical instrument here, and there was a music sheet before. If someone could play, I don't know, then that could be fun.
But I can't play instruments. I'm not a bard.
I'll poke my head out the door and go, "Oh, the fuck up the music!"
Do I hear this?
Yeah. You're about halfway up the staircase. It's very instant. He opens the door, sees the musical things, and starts yelling.
Do you want the music back then?
No, come down, come play.
But I don't know.
There's a piano.
I only.
Can I like mess about on the piano?
We
Just
don't
like
have time for this.
You don't know that.
I say and march up.
There
the
are
stairs.
undead. There are undead upstairs. I need to go with him.
Ugh.
Come with us, and we'll come back.
I want to poke around the piano.
Alright, so you
Give me a
start pressing
minute.
it,
I'll
and
walk in with her as well.
only some of the keys seem to work.
Did you throw me the music sheet or anything like?
I said I'd do it when we come back.
Oh. He wouldn't give me the music. He said we'd come back. I know he's full of shit.
It's because they want to kill the undead. We should go up with them. Something might happen.
Alright.
But we have to remember.
I'm gonna do.
Whoa. Whoa.
You saw nothing?
So, who's upstairs?
Quick question, Dean. From when I was in the hallway downstairs, to have a sense of direction up here where the undead would be? Like if it's like
towards the library
north.
side of the house.
Library, so the north side. So I would swing this way upwards.
You can drag us upstairs. We'll
I
follow.
guess I come
Yeah.
up here. That's the top of the
Like, I
stairs.
don't actually
So
know how to
go
go upstairs.
towards you.
It's fine. It's because that's site they're all on this one map. Okay, so as you reach the top of the staircase, you climb the red marble staircase to its full height. This area is dusty, covered in cobwebs and animal droppings.
This place seems really different compared to the rest of the place.
Straight across you, there's a suit of black, dark plate armor. Cobwebs drip off it, almost like decay, flesh slawing off bone.
I guess I'm the first one actually coming up here, and I'll just roll a perception like for when I'm coming up. I guess I don't see anything specific.
Bob, did you see anything?
I don't see anything yet.
How much time has passed?
Where was the undead? You said
half
the
an hour.
library.
Think you should be up this way.
Okay.
You
Moving
step
towards
past
the store.
armor.
No,
and it
no. As I'm stepping,
creaks.
I'm gonna kick the leg out from underneath it.
You're behind us.
You're behind on the stairs.
All right. Okay. I thought we were all.
I put you in the right
Yeah, this
walk-
is
walking
general. Yeah.
order. So the armor swings at you as you take a step past it. I just need to get. All of you can roll initiative. Obviously, this is now a fight.
Right.
Oh, great! My +1 to initiative. Not bad.
Hmm.
My sheet of paper. 1 second. So at the top of your sheet, there's a thing called initiative, and you just click that. Just the word underneath it.
Battle commence.
Has everyone rolled initiative?
I'm just helping Amanda roll initiative. One moment.
Okay, that's fine. So 18 Amris. Elvan, even.
Huh?
No, I was getting your name wrong on my little sheet. So queer. Oh look, you're rolled like in order. Why has Amanda rolled twice?
Accidentally.
He was
Jojo's
spamming.
+7.
Okay. I need one more. I
I'm
need
back
Bob.
again.
Okay.
I was the first
you're
one to
15.
roll. Yeah.
So yeah. I didn't see it because there was like the line break.
The armor was swinging at me first.
Yeah, it
and
gets an
what damage
attack
I
as.
have to do acrobatics or anything to avoid.
No, it's just going to swing at you. It rolls against your armor class, and if it hits, then you take damage. It rolled a critical failure, so you step past the armor, and it just kind of shifts and like twists towards you in like a weird way, and then it's going to roll again, and it is. Does 15 damage? 15 to hit. Sorry.
No.
Does that hit?
I have
Okay.
16.
So it slams this sword into the back of your plate mail. You turn around and catch it on your shoulder as this animated armor attacks you. Top of the round, Amris, you are acting first.
Yeah. Oh god, that's creepy. I produce the flame and I throw it at the armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll to hit. Or what kind of flame is it?
It's actually fire.
What does that? Does it do anything specific? Is it like? Does it like? What if it doesn't meet AC? Does it combust? Is there any rules about it?
No, it just hit. It's like I threw a fire. Like I threw a fireball.
Okay, so you throw this fireball and it hits against it, and all the cobwebs burst off, just across the whole armor, like cracking across it. It seems unaffected.
There's armor is moving by itself. Can I?
You're on the top of the staircase.
Yeah. I need to. Can I go down here? Like shoot
Isn't
past
that-
everyone.
Yeah, you're going.
What, you could push past them running
Yeah.
down the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I had a better music track. I think it's this one.
So you disengaged after firing?
I'm.
Well,
I
he
can just
wasn't
throw it.
in melee range.
It's the thing right next to you.
Oh, because
Oh,
it's just you're looking to. Looks like you're at the bottom of the stairs now.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
it
he
looks
did.
like.
I thought you ran down the stairs.
I am.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
was beside you
Yeah. So
and downstairs.
I can still see it.
Oh, yeah, this was the battle music I was meant to play. It's labelled as battle.
I don't know what better to build a scene.
Armor
Something
swings
better
into you, being blunt against you. Does a 16 hit. So
I have 16, so I guess it hits, doesn't it?
meat beats, yep. So it slams the hilt of its weapon into you, and you brush against it, and then it forces its helmet against you. The sharp metal of it bludgeoning against you. It does 5 points of damage. Just gonna keep pressing the advantage on you. Delvin, your turn.
Alright. As Amrith like pushes past me, I'll just rush past him and just go, "Come on out the way, boy!" and just take a big swing at it with my two-handed sword as I get there.
Okay. You swing against it, cutting into the metal. A roll to hit. Roll for damage, please.
Get the fuck down! This is why I don't trust them.
It
Is that enough?
gets knocked against the wall and like notably cracks inwards slightly, like as if the whole thing shrunk slightly on its side. Next up, it is Bob.
Hold on.
What's up?
Oh no.
Both of them said hold on.
What's the indicator above my head? The red, green, and blue circles.
Your HP.
They're just things that you can assign to them. The green one's your health.
Yeah, I guess that.
I could assign different things to them, so like temporary hit points or just random shit. You don't tend to use
I
them.
think he's thinking.
And we'll be
Bob,
imposing
Bob,
as Strahd as dangerous.
Bob.
You need to make decisions. Next up, it will be Silcreus and then Ruby, so be ready.
Ruby,
I already know what I'm-
For me, what am I?
That's good. Yeah, you'll be going before Ruby. You're after Bob. You'll be next, so think about what you're going to be doing.
Yep.
What are you doing, Bob?
Okay, I'll do, I guess, Sacred Flame.
Okay. So DC Dexterity save. It fails. Does it just does 3 damage to
Takes
it? You
yeah.
push your hand against it, and even though it's not undead, you still have this anger inside you about arcane creatures and just horrific apparition. And you burst a flame against its chest. The chest caves inwards again, shrinking it in size. So, Chris?
I'm gonna move up the stairs and fire the hand crossbow at it.
Okay.
How did is it click it?
Yeah, so you just click hand crossbow.
It's a big giant metal armor, and you're firing a fucking piercing round at it instead of magic. What's wrong with you, boy?
You stick the
only
bolt
magic I
into
have
the
is a
crossbow, you swing it out,
cantrips.
aim it at the armor, and press the trigger. And it flies, it lands true, and bounces off.
Only cantrips I have are useless in a fight, and the only other thing I have is Burning Hands, which is a cone, and I really want to kill
Sure.
my teammates.
Burning Hands isn't a cone, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Oh, really?
The fuck
Yeah.
doesn't
But,
take
like, you could have
firebolt?
gone here, and then you would have been able to cone it without hitting them.
You also lit
Yeah.
everything else on fire.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
have
which
known
probably
this.
isn't wise. But you know. Ruby, your turn.
So I'm gonna, because all I have is piercing stuff as well. So
It's not that it doesn't work, it's just that he sucks.
so I'm gonna take my rapier and my shield. I'm gonna move over closer for my homies.
Press into and it change it.
Alright, and then you roll to attack. You stab at it with your rapier, and you miss trying to like avoid the dwarf who's just swinging wildly with a greatsword. Top of the round, Amrith.
Move to the middle of the thing now that everyone's right. And throw another fire Not an actual fireball, but I produce flame fireball.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck.
You toss it off and it hits Delvin on the back of the head, like a hot coal bouncing off him.
Sorry.
Oh fuck no! I'm losing my hair already.
Used to forges and random bits of fire twinkling, it doesn't seem to affect him that much, besides being an annoying buzzing.
If I've got a fucking bald patch, I'm coming after you next.
Oh man, Delvin, it's okay, buddy.
Delma again moves out of the way from Delvin, goes to headbutt you, misses as you dodge out of the way. It then swings at you with the pommel of its blade coming down across your shoulder. This is on Bob. It's just wailing at the Bob. It's just focusing on Bob.
Is there any way that I can use fire, like the protection, like, cause it's
not when it's not your turn.
Okay. So I can only protect someone.
Wait, what does it say?
Okay, it just says when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage. So can I do that for him?
Okay, yeah. No, it's fine. So
that's what it is.
Swings down and cracks you across the shoulder, and you take the blow with your plate armor, and does no damage. It's your turn, Delvin.
Pretty nice.
God, can I, because I can see it like wailing on Bob, can I go in for like, sort of like a shoulder tackle and try and pin it against the wall to try and kind of grapple it? Like, stop it swing?
Yeah.
Alright, what do I have to do for this?
It'd be strength versus his or his dex. It'd be strength off.
Alright, okay, I'll roll flat strength. Or...
Yeah, well, any modifiers you get on your strength. Oh my
15.
God. It was a 13, but then my dice rolled across the back of my book, and there's now a 6.
I was going, come here! And slam it against the wall.
How often can you use that fighting style? Or is that just a constant?
One reaction.
One reaction.
Oh yeah, so once per round.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like heavily tank fighter or support fighter. It's really cool.
Yeah, it is a really awesome skill.
Thank you. Ruby appreciates it. Just tell her that you love her, so she doesn't cry at night.
No deal.
Shove me some ketchup.
What you getting, huh? Is it pizza?
It is pizza. Sean wanted pizza.
I want pizza. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, dude.
Yeah. It's a more British thing, though, I've realized.
There's already something tomato on it.
I really want some pizza now.
So, it is now Bob's turn. Delvin has the armor pinned.
Roar!
You crack it with your warhammer right across the helmet. You smash the helmet off it. And it goes scattering across and hits the door down to the south.
Why is the damage like? Why is that the 2 on the side?
I think it's if you're using it two-handed.
Which I am.
Oh, yeah.
So then it's 2 plus 3, which is 5.
It heals a little bit.
What?
Alright, it is now your turn, Silcrest. The head still goes rolling off it.
I'm going to just try another crossbow dart.
Okay. The arrow plinks off, bounces onto Delvin.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Hey, can you
I
pass that
can't-
back real quick?
I can't hold him and do that, can I?
I don't know what you can do.
Not that!
Ruby.
Poor Delvin. I'm just gonna go for another attack. I don't have much else going.
Do
for
they
me.
get advantage because it's grappled?
There you do.
Oh, yeah.
Even with the
Still
advantage, yeah.
doesn't land. You stab through, grabbing Delvin,
I'm gonna roll my
showing
dice.
him that you're fighting for him. You're there to support him, but that's about it. Top it around, Amris.
Right, this time, white flame. Still get advantage, yeah?
Yes.
I'll tip his head towards you a little bit, just so you get a
Thank
nice,
you.
clean fucking hit.
Poor Delvin.
Natural 20.
Okay, roll for damage.
I think that's D8. Do I roll 2 dice, or do I roll 1 dice, double it?
One dice, double it.
12.
Is that the doubled?
That's the doubled, yeah. Roll
Okay.
6.
I'll tip its head down just so you get a nice blast
You
on its
tip the head hole, and
Yeah.
this white fire arches up and down it, right inside the head. It swirls around the armor, and it starts to heat up underneath your arms, and the whole armor, you can see inside it is like melting
just
from
like the
inside.
forges.
It's the whole armor itself is still glowing with this white flame as it's swirling inside of it at the moment. It's going to try and push you off it with strength.
Do I make a opposing strength?
You can either do opposing strength or acrobatics.
Oh,
Try and acrobatics would be to kind of like reposition yourself on him, whereas strength is just him pushing you off against you, pushing him down.
Athletics or
Acrobatics.
Dex. No,
It's
I'll
more like
use flat
tumbling.
strength. Alright. Oh no, I'll use the flat
That's
strength.
how I vision it.
Ah, shite.
He shoves you off. You need to make a dexterity save, please, as you go stumbling backwards towards the balcony.
Fuck.
As I see him doing this, can I try and reach out?
You can, and you should. That'll be your reaction.
Oh, then!
Your athletics, please.
Am I able to do the same?
Yes.
We can all try to help him.
I think it's just...
I
cannot
can't.
reach
I
out.
wouldn't be able to.
Ruby could probably reach out, but then yeah.
I have to do athletics.
Amris?
13.
You two manage to grab Delvin as he slips. You reach out and your hands are on his back, and Silcrest has got him by the arm. His legs are like intertwined with this balcony ledge.
Cheers, boys!
Back on the ledge!
And then it is your turn, Delvin.
Time for a bit of payback.
Knocked
You
back
can
and
do
running
it!
back at it.
You can do it, Delvin!
Is that? No, it doesn't hit, does it? Or does it? No, I don't think it does.
Have to wait for Dean.
Hmm?
Does
No, I
that
don't think a
Oh,
16
sorry, I
hits.
didn't hear the sound effect. No, you
Fuck, this thing's got a lot
bounce
of
back.
armor.
and you it is armor.
It is a suit of armor.
I know, yeah, but fuck me, it's got a high AC.
Bounce back and trying to pierce it with a lunge, you stab through into the wall behind it.
Damn.
Oh, fuck.
That's not really the armor, Delvin.
You don't say!
Bob?
Oh, it's my turn?
It is.
I thought.
New
Down.
turn. I can protect
It
someone.
did. It pushed Delvin off and almost killed him. Through falling damage.
Seeing if I have anything useful.
It looks very crumpled at the moment. It's got parts melting off of it, and there's bits of it flaking away already. The black is like revealing a more silver and burnished metal look underneath.
I'll guess I'll try another swing of the Warhammer. Roar!
No!
Smash against it, and there's a nice cacophony. It echoes and rings like a fine wine glass. Silgraeus, your turn.
Just gonna try another crossbow dart.
Take aim, planting your feet on the stairs, and you fire carefully. And it goes over the top of the armor.
Well, at least you tried, Silkers.
The proficiency
Ruby?
is not doing anything.
A quick question. With feline agility, does it make me be able to do 2 turns or anything, or is it just like I just move faster?
You can move faster.
Let me have a quick look.
Yes, you move faster. Doesn't let you do 2 turns. Actions are
Yeah.
let you do 2 turns.
Because I want to try to move him, like move her, like here.
That you wouldn't need feline agility for that.
Okay, and then I can still attack.
Yeah.
Okay, well I have nothing.
You're just wailing on it.
Hey!
Hit.
She's just wailing in the direction
Roll
of
for
it.
damage. You pierce through the armor, and through the softened metal from the heat, your rapier goes one side through to the other, and the armor starts to slump, collapsing in on top of itself on the rapier. The flame spins out and flies back to Amrys and circles Amrys's head before dissipating.
Is it dead?
It is.
Woohoo!
Oh, that was close.
Good job, guys.
Did you take any damage?
Yes, I did.
I walk up to him and I hand him. How much damage did you take?
5 points.
I give him 5 good berries. Here, eat these, and call me in the morning.
I shove all the berries into my mouth and just gush them down.
They're very
I
nice
think you're
berries.
going to drown from how juicy they are.
But you're fully healed.
It's not very pretty
What
looking at this.
what was the armor holding?
It was holding a sword, but the sword itself is crumpled and like burnished from the heat and the battle.
Guess we're not gonna get any swords.
You look around now that the armor is no longer moving. The dust has been lifted and twinkles in the light from the light spell of Silkraeus.
You couldn't remember the name.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about what was lighting it. Oil lamps are mounted on oak-panelled walls. These walls are carved with woodland scenes at the moment. Falling leaves and tiny creatures.
No one puts something like this up here unless they're trying to protect something. Perhaps this is where the source of all the weirdness is, maybe?
Well, it's when he tried to move this way, so
We should go that way.
I should
Yeah.
have sensed the sense of undead this way.
well, let's go in, Bob.
You notice as you round the corner, there's a door to your left, and then a double door ahead of you.
Double doors. What do you say?
Double doors, they seem more likely.
Let's go for it, guys.
All right. And breach.
These doors have stained, dusty glass on them. As you push them through, your handprints kind of wipe the dust off, and you notice that. I'll get rid of that armor. I thought it was one of you guys. You notice that they're all stained with the same windmill pattern. This room again is coated in a thick, palpable layer of dust. It moves a bit. The top layer rolls a bit, creating big dust bunnies, but there's still a solid layer of it. Cobwebs drip from the ceiling like a wet cave. There's burgundy drapes covering the windows, but these ones are dark and stained near the bottom. Furnishings include a 4-poster bed. There's embroidered curtains and tattered gossamer
And the
veils
cabinet.
around the bed. There's a matching pair of wardrobes, a vanity with a wood-framed mirror and a jewelry box laid on top of it. In front of it is a padded chair. On the floor, there's a tiger skin rug rotting in front of the fireplace.
Is it making a smell?
Yes.
Maggots.
No. In front of the fireplace, there is a portrait covered in dust.
Can I walk over and remove the dust from the
You can.
portrait?
You reach up and wipe it, and you see Gustav and Elizabeth Durst in the painting, standing underneath a large orchid tree.
I'm lifting up the bed.
I'll just general look around the room.
Do I, seeing her remove the painting, can I
You
look
do see
out
her
the
remove the painting?
Well, the dust on the painting. When I saw her do that,
You had to lift it off the wall, by the way, to clean it off.
When she did that, can I look out the window and see if I see that orchid tree?
Okay, give me a perception check.
19.
The mist is thick, and you can only make out the rows of houses either side of you.
I'm lifting up the bed.
Okay.
Can I search one of the cupboards?
Underneath the bed, as you lift up one of the corners of it, it's very heavy. It's a very large and ornate bed with like wooden overhangs and all that. And there's just clean wooden floor underneath it.
Oh well, drop. No monsters under the bed.
In the cupboard,
Good job looking.
there's nothing in them at all. They're completely empty. In the corner, as you walk around, Bob, you find this dust and web-filled parlor. There's a table, 2 chairs, and on top of the dusty tablecloth, there's an empty bowl and a matching jug. There's a door facing the foot of the bed, and that one has a full-length mirror on it. The one underneath Delvin.
Can I push open the door?
Oh, so this is the door on top here.
Yeah, there's a door there as well. That's outside the building.
Yeah.
Can I push open the door?
You do. It swings open
Delvin,
to reveal an empty, dusty closet.
Oh, what a load of shit.
And Bob, you're walking out through that door?
Yeah, I'll try the door here.
That leads to... Where is this on my thing? It just leads to an outside balcony. You can see out, and the mist is thick and swirling at the bottom of the house.
I'll hurry back inside. So, and with my 18 perception, I didn't really find anything in the room, did I?
The room? You
Yeah,
noticed,
like a road perception.
there's a jewelry box on top of the vanity.
I ignored. Or maybe I should look in it first to see if there's anything but jewelry.
It's just full of jewelry.
I ignored.
I'll walk over to it. What you find?
Nothing.
Oh, it's not nothing. Give me a look at that. Can I take it?
I don't think
I'll walk away from it. Like, if you take it behind my back, I don't see it.
I want to have a peek inside.
I don't think there's anything in here. There's a dumbwaiter in this corner, isn't there?
There is.
That's what I thought that little mark meant.
I'm looking in the little jewelry box.
The box itself is silver and gold filigree over some nice wood. Inside, there's 3 gold rings and a thin platinum necklace with a topaz pendant.
I'm gonna close the jewelry box and stick the whole thing in the bag.
Okay, you can write box is worth 25 gold pieces. Sorry, 75 gold pieces. Each ring is worth 25.
Wait, hold on, wait. The box is worth what?
75.
Yeah.
Each ring is 25 each for a total of 75.
Yeah.
And the necklace is worth 750 gold pieces.
Beg you shit, what?
750. It's platinum, baby.
Alright, I haven't really looked too much inside, I've just pocketed the whole thing.
Yeah, that's fine. Just for the sake of brevity and me not having to find this page again.
We should carry on. Wait a minute.
It's a pretty neat find.
I don't think there's really much that'll help us though right now.
Bob, your senses said the undead was coming from here, wasn't it?
I could have sworn they were from up here.
I don't think.
You sure there wasn't a corpse in the armor or something?
No, I don't think so. They did not have the stench of undeath that they usually do.
I'll hold the door for everyone as they're walking out.
You're still holding the portrait at this point, Ruby. Are you putting it back above the fireplace?
Oh, yeah, probably. I should. I'm gonna just put this back.
As you reach up and hang the portrait of the Dursts and step back from it, the 2 people in the portrait are now literally hung from the tree in the background.
What?
Hung by their
What?
necks till death.
Like, wait, in the
if-
room?
If I'm holding...
In the
The
portrait.
tree in the background, in the picture changed.
Yeah, the
But-
picture changed to them. Instead of them
they changed to
standing...
them hanging.
Yeah, instead of them standing under the tree, they are now hanging from said
It was
tree.
a play on you hanging the picture back up.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, Ruby.
10 minutes later, please.
So the picture doesn't change, or does?
It
It
does.
does.
Yeah, no, it does.
Ruby
Changes
lets
to
out a
everyone.
scream.
Uh,
Oh my god!
What's
Ruby,
wrong?
I think you should move away from that picture.
This is wrong.
This whole place is weird and creepy.
They killed themselves? Or maybe the house? I don't know anymore.
I'll step out the room as well with her.
Can I go? There's a room, right, that was like the other side of the armor?
Yes, there was.
May
As
I
you step
go?
into the main hall, the house creaks and groans. As a stiff wind flies through it. The walls here aren't solid, and there's slight gaps, and there's a howl as the wind hits it in the right direction.
I'll have a peek in this door here.
I don't wanna be here anymore, Delvin.
Don't worry, Ruby, I got your back.
You
Pick a
open
door.
a dark room containing a wooden tub. The tub itself has clawed feet, much similar to the chest. There's an iron stove with a kettle resting on top of it. A barrel under a spigot in the east wall.
A
On the
spaghetti?
roof,
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard.
Spigot.
a spigot.
Ah.
There's a pipe that attaches from above the spigot to the roof.
Can I move down to the room on the left of that one?
Okay. I'll Can I do a perception check to see if there's anything unusual in this room?
What are you trying to perceive? It'd be an investigation.
Oh yeah,
Or-
investigation. I don't know. I get a funny feeling about this room for some reason. But mostly around the barrel, I think.
Around the barrel.
7.
As far as this house looks, this room is almost comforting in its normalcy.
Suppose it's nothing then.
Can I move into the room to the left of the one that she went in?
You can do, but first we're going to go with these three.
First, before people spread out too much, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say
There's gonna have to be another floor to this, because it must still be above us.
So
Go
you
for
guys
5 foot, 2 foot, 5 foot.
enter. Okay. You guys enter this room down below. More dust and cobwebs as you've seen before. They shroud an elegantly appointed bedroom. The door to your side is open. This door here, to your left, that room is open, so you can see into there from there.
What's in there?
I will tell you.
Okay. I don't like how you said that. I will tell you.
There's double doors on the other side, again with a similar stained glass, which lead out to a balcony, as you've seen before.
Okay.
Oh, so I can make Ruby hang herself and just end it. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do.
I
Okay,
don't know.
cool. I got Ruby.
It's probably for the best.
Alright, continue, dude. So wait, because this door is open, right?
Alright.
Yeah, that one is. That room.
Alright, so I would probably just go in.
Hang yourself.
So the bedroom contains a large bed, 2 end tables, and a wardrobe. On the wall next to the wardrobe is a full-length mirror with an ornate wooden frame carved to look like ivy and berries.
I'm not gonna touch anything from the walls.
I'm gonna look in the mirror.
You look in the mirror.
Do I have a bald patch?
You don't have a bald patch. In fact, you don't have your own face. This thin, gaunt woman's face. She once you think could have looked beautiful, but her eyes are sagging.
No.
Dark puddles underneath them.
Oh Jesus Christ! No, I'm gonna punch
No,
the
no,
mirror.
no.
Thin and
I'm
things.
punching the mirror.
As you move, it moves with you.
I'm
No.
punching the mirror.
You're punching the mirror.
I'm punching it.
Delvin, no.
You swing your fist into the mirror, and your arm goes through the wall, shattering the mirror. But
What the
as
fuck?
the mirror breaks, you get this cold, foreboding feeling trickle down your spine.
What was that? Why are you breaking things?
I'll
Wait.
react to the sound.
Did
and run
I
into the room.
punched? There's a hole in, like, there's behind the mirror. There's a hole.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! All right.
Oh my god. Is that a
I'm-
passageway?
And the whole mirror shatters down to reveal this passageway. However, Ruby, just before this happened, you were looking into the room to the side.
Yes.
And there's a crib with a hanging shroud above it.
I've tried to remember.
Can I like roll perception on this to see what's like, or is it like clear as day in my face? What's happening?
Are you sure you want to look at the crib?
Sure, why not, YOLO? Let's ruin her fucking mental state even more. Do I have to roll anything for this? Like for her to look in the crib?
You walk up to it.
Oh
You
god.
part it. And inside, the only part of the room with no dust. This flat, small baby's cot. And inside, at this very center of it, there's a bundle of cloth.
Can I poke it with my rapier?
You want to stab bundle of cloth that could be a baby.
You poke it with your rapier,
Okay.
and the bundle unfurls. You hear crying echo around the room.
Oh god. No, 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 no.
Soft weeping of a terrified child. And next to you, you turn around from looking at this, from poking at it, and there's a figure standing next to you. This long, tall woman, gaunt face again, beautiful hair draping down her shoulders, her hands skeletal and thin. She grabs you and goes, "What are you doing to my child?"
Oh my god, don't tell me I got into a fight.
You got into a fight.
Do we hear the crying and instinctively come in?
You do not hear the crying, but you do hear this other voice echoing from past days.
So can we decide to go in, yeah?
I guess we'll roll initiative first before we then can move into the
Yep.
room.
But who are you?
Does Amanda get like round before us?
Her and
Like
the
her and the
Spectre
ghost,
will
yeah.
have a round first.
I guess the specters first.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm not. I don't trust this roll 20. It's a piece of shit in terms of die rolls.
I
Why?
got 20.
I don't know. Just this.
And Henrik got a 14.
The worst part is, yeah, one of the best part is that like Jex has like a 6 or so. He's 5, 6 plus 2 initiative. Delvin has a 1, and he rolls. He's rolled more good initiatives than Jex has in the entire time of play check.
Oh god. Shouldn't have poked it.
So, who
Alright,
has
so
the initiative going?
it is the Spectre who will first attack. She will reach out the hand it pressed against you, touches your flesh, and you feel this cold emanate into you. Does a 13 hit?
13?
Yes.
No.
Okay, that's fine. So she brushes her cold hand against you. You have your turn now.
But she's a spec. Is piercing gonna do anything to her?
Don't know.
Take over rapier. Scary lady, please go away.
Stab through her. Roll for damage. You pull yourself away, shoving your rapier through her in a reaction, begging her to stop. We'll go top of the round now. Silcreus, you've heard a shatter. You've heard a voice.
I'm gonna move in towards her voice.
Isn't it like because the room's small though? Isn't it limited with how many people can be in here, or?
Yeah.
So we can have one more in it.
Not really. There's a squeeze. It'd be awkward because there's a crib against the whole firewall.
There's gonna be limits to like swinging weapons and stuff, I guess.
Not really. You're like It's not like you've just picked up weapons. You'd be like somewhat skilled in combat situations.
Yeah.
So what
So
do
you
you
know
do,
not to
Silcreus?
do an overhand swing. Overhead, sorry. I'm just gonna use my crossbow on her as soon as I go in.
In point blank range, you are at a disadvantage for doing so.
You would know this.
You would know
Dude.
this.
It's either that or I bash her in the head with my staff.
You could also just wait outside and not get involved in the fucking combat.
Yeah.
Fine. God.
Like it's just more that you would wind up probably hurting yourself more than.
What are you doing, Silcreus?
I'll move towards the mirror then.
Alright. You see Delvin with his arm through the mirror, but he's looking over his shoulder towards the nursery. And Delvin, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna grab Ruby and I'm gonna throw her back towards Silcreus, like try and move her out of the way of the thing.
Okay. That doesn't do an attack of opportunity, does it? Because she's
No,
not
I
willingly
think she's-
moving.
Yeah.
So wait, wait, what?
He's
I'm
moving
grabbing you and I'm throwing you back into safety.
Thanks.
Roll for
Like,
strength, though,
I'm
however.
gonna. Huh?
You still need to roll for strength to see if you can
Alright.
actually heft her.
Whoa, that's offensive. Fucking implying.
But, I mean,
she's
I'll take a
fat.
step back. I'll try and throw her like to the other side of the bed. I'm gonna take a step back as well, and I'll just say to Bob, "Take point," because I imagine he's got like, he's a bit more defended than I am. He's a bit more.
Where are
up
you
front.
moving her?
I'll try and like throw it back towards Silcreus, like to the side of him, like just to the other side of the bed.
Okay.
About there.
You throw her
Yeah.
out of the room.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What
But
was
be
in
I'll,
there?
careful.
Why were you screaming? What was in there?
There's a creepy lady. I poked the bed, and then it was baby crying, and then the creepy lady, and then I poked her, and then you guys dragged me out. I wouldn't go in there. It's really tight and too scary and ugly, and I think it's the mom.
Sounds
Oh,
like your
okay.
job, Bob, up front. And I'll just prepare my sword ready for my next turn as well.
Okay. The spectre enters from the wall next to you, Ruby, and grabs you from the neck.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
That is a 20 to hit.
It will hit.
Okay. Roll a 1, roll a 6, that's nice. Roll a 3. It does 10 necrotic damage to you.
Oh,
And
so
you must
I
do a constitution saving throw, please. Clicked off my webpage.
so
Loading back, so. What the fuck? So I clicked off it, yeah, and then I clicked off the page, clicked back, and it loaded up Laraphil.
And hit the judge.
I was like, what's Newen doing here?
Oh dear. Oh shit.
Okay, that's fine. You'd feel this cold brush.
so wait,
against
is
your
it
soul.
10 hit points?
Yes, you took 10 points of damage.
Oh, so I only have 1 health left.
Mm-hmm. You do. It is now Bob's turn. I've lost all my sheets I had open. That's annoying.
Guys, I'm really hurt.
I'll give you some good berries when we're done.
Spirit, why are you not in your rest?
Did you talk it to the creepy lady?
Yes, I'm trying to talk to it.
He doesn't respond. Roll insight for me.
Ooh.
You don't think she's capable of responding. You've seen or heard tales of such creatures. It's not quite a revenant where their duty requires them to live on beyond death, but there was so much emotion involved with the death of this spectre, this woman before you, that she's just fixated upon one cause.
But yeah, so Ruby said there was the baby in the room.
There's baby crying in the room. Like there's baby. I said baby crying, and it's the mom. I
Yeah.
told you there was the baby crying, and it's
Okay.
the mom.
I'll go into the room, and I guess I didn't hear the baby crying.
You do not.
Yeah, it was like when she was coming, and I poked the cloth.
So do I see an empty crib now?
Yes, the shroud is pulled back, caught on the corner of the crib. It's dust-free, cobweb-free, just pristine on the inside. This bundle was just gone flat now. There's just like a sheet in the crib.
Okay. I go out again. Again, remember, like on these type, does necrotic damage even work?
I would say due to your training, you would know that necrotic damage would not work on it. No.
Yeah, because I could not remember.
What are you doing?
One I'm just having to look through here. I guess I'm gonna have to use. I'm gonna have to use this. On Ruby.
You can use that from range, can't? No, you can use the better die from range. You'd have to move next to her.
Yeah.
Awesome. You hold out a holy symbol in your hands and utter this whispering prayer. And this green light flows from your fingers into Ruby. Zipping around her throat, where you, even though the spectre's removed its hand, you can still see the finger marks, but they're slowly starting to fade.
Thank you, Bob.
It's your turn, Ruby.
Is there can she talk any sense into this thing?
Like, you saw me try to talk to her and she did not respond at all to me.
Lady, are you mad at me for poking your baby? I'm sorry. But there wasn't a baby there.
Looms above you.
Okay, she's pretty mad at me. All I have is rapier, so.
Mm-hmm. Stab through it again. Oh, nice.
I'm sorry, lady.
Okay,
There's no talking to her, Amorous.
No, there is not. We need to send her. We need to purge this form to send her to her final rest. No, really. I'm gonna have to. I move back. Ian?
Yeah.
Did she take an act of opportunity?
Yes, I guess.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm not used to people moving away from enemies. She swipes out at you, 7, so no. Swipes out at you just with a brief backhand.
As I dodge underneath it, I throw a flame at her. That is 10.
It does not hit. The flame hits against her, but kind of bursts almost like an inch or so away from her ghostly form, dissipating.
Yep. That's it.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, top of the round, still Kraus.
I'm gonna move over to the corner here just and fire the crossbow directly at her.
Okay.
Do you really not have any damaging cantrips?
Why would you...
First time, don't judge me.
A wizard is always prepared. That goes through her, piercing. I did, I was hungry.
So,
I know.
Roll damage.
I just felt hungry.
no.
You
Hold on.
press,
You
press
click on the word
crossbow.
hand crossbow on the roll
on the
table.
text.
Okay, one person.
On the roll table, like on the thing where it shows your rolls, click on the word hand crossbow. Okay, thank you. Your bolt pierces through her. Delvin, your turn.
I'm gonna run up and just go, I just dragged her out, and then like swing at it with the sword downwards, the greatsword.
Okay.
Do you not have another weapon?
Swing through her, and you part her form, and it like reconnects in like a wave as your greatsword goes through her. Roll for damage.
10.
Yep. She is going to again claw at your face, Ruby.
No!
As
Not
a
the
19
face!
to hit.
What is it?
19.
Fucking hell, yeah. Like by 1. So upsetty.
That does 9 damage.
Oh, great, I'm back to 1.
Make a Constitution save, please. That's fine. You still resist this cold feeling as it like breaks through the claws into your head. It like swirls around your brain, but you manage to push it away. Bob, your turn.
I thought you clerics were supposed to be good at dealing with undead. Bob?
Yeah, it's just he was explaining something to me.
Stupid bitch, get out of combat.
I'll use Sacred Flame.
But I do think that even like because Ruby left the room and she's just like focusing only on Ruby though, so it's like regardless if I made her run out of the room, the fucking thing's gonna chase me anyway.
That's correct.
So running around is not gonna save anything.
You cast this flame out of your hands, and I'm taking the first one.
Yeah, I didn't need to press it again.
That's fine. It engulfs her from the feet upwards. It ignites her, and her hair bursts into this flame. She pissed.
Oh, oh god.
Okay.
So-
Is her form as solid as it used to be?
No, it's like wavering and like splintering off. It's like kind of taken upon the sacred flame, and it's like it itself is like flickering and burning away like it's on fire.
She does not
man.
have much left. Keep at it.
I don't have much left.
Just.
I'm gonna go for
You
it.
can do it, Ruby.
If not, I'm gonna die.
Stab through her again, cutting through these like arcane flames and dealing just enough. How do you want to kill her?
Probably. What? How? I would probably want to just fucking slice her head off, or just like repeatedly like
You don't
stab.
really slice with the rapier.
I just want just stab, then just stab in her chest.
Rapier's quick jabs forward.
You jab her repeatedly through the
I'm
chest,
so sorry.
knocking parts of a ghostly form out. You stab forward, and
Oh, that's it,
flames lick around your rapier, flickering, and it looks like a heart of flames as you stab through it. Shatters and explodes in a swirl of air, and it all rises up to the ceiling, snaking through to the floorboards in the sky. Or in the roof.
Oh my god. Ruby would probably just fall to her knees. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of tired now.
Ruby, have some berries.
How many of those do you have?
5 more. I can make more if you need.
Solution to everything. The berry.
So how many did the berries heal anyway?
1.
One
I'll just pat Ruby on the shoulder. Just go, good job. I knew you could do it. And I'm gonna step forward and start looking up from the mirror.
I would like
I'll
to go
look
in and
around then.
investigate the crypt.
Bob, don't go in there. Oh, don't go in there, Bob.
You
Sorry.
walk inside the
5
room
berries,
with
you
the
heal
crib,
5 HP.
Alright.
and it's changed again as everything in this house keeps doing, moving around you. It becomes, the crib is now dusty and cobweb filled. There's like almost tunneled webs along the bars of the cobweb of the cot. You poke your head through this hallway and you can see a staircase leading up.
There's a staircase through here.
It's wooden and dirty. Silcreus has wandered off and gone to a small storage room. Inside there's shelves. Some of the shelves have folded sheets on them, blankets, soaps and stuff. At the far side, there's an ornate broom covered in cobwebs.
Can I use investigation to see if there's anything out of order in the room?
Yeah, you can investigate, see if there's anything suspicious.
Well,
Give me a second. Just reading.
Where did he go?
room closet just out at
This
the landing. No, I want that here.
Oh,
What did you roll?
there.
20. So you have a look around and you notice that the broom at the back looks very out of place. You reach your hand towards it and it swings up away from the wall.
Does he
Roll
roll
for
initiative
initiative.
now?
Yeah, I have a feeling that was coming. But we don't even. He hasn't even said anything yet. Nothing's happened. It's just brooms
What?
hit him.
I do
Yeah.
remember that happening last
I
time, but
do
I'm
remember, yeah.
pretty sure with the crypt that was like, or was that Sam talking about like his previous group that like smoked the baby remains or something?
That was a different part, I think.
Okay, initiative.
Ruby's been taking a beating, man.
What have we got for initiative?
Huh?
Delvin is on 10. Ruby. Oh, excuse me. Ruby on 12. Amorous on a nice 19.
Just need the sword.
Yeah, Bob on 17. And Silcreus.
Alright, need to roll as well?
You need to roll as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, because the broom's hitting you. I'd like to point that out. The broom is the one
So
who's
the-
actually attacking you.
The broom attacks first.
Just roll a
brushes at
dexterous
you,
broom.
Swings itself at you, and it hits for 22, which is going to hit a wizard. And then 8, which is not going to hit a wizard. 1d4. So the broom clocks you across the head for 4 damage. Now it's your turn.
Kind of tempted to use burning hands. I'm able to shoot back into the room that everyone's in.
You could
If you
use your
move away,
action to
the broom will get an
disengage.
attack of... Yeah, that's true. But if you just moved, if you wanted to move and then attack, the broom would attack you.
No, disengage.
Okay.
So, can I go straight into the room that they're in?
Yeah.
So all we heard was, and it's like the broom slapped you in the face, and you were looking bloody as
Just
hell.
a straight on.
Not even sure that would make loud enough sound, would it?
But he looks like shit coming in here.
I
What
guess
the
you could
hell is
definitely
going
see the
on?
broom.
He's got one of those like cartoon bumps on his head.
Don't forget
I
to
did hit me
adjust
with
your
a bristle
health on your
side.
character sheet.
Are you saying anything to us when coming in?
No, I'm stunned.
What the hell is going on? Why do you look like shit? Did you try to steal something again?
You put
There
your health
was a
and
broom.
temporary hit points, by the way. You just changed your current.
Oh. There was a broom.
Well,
It hurt.
You got hit by a broom. Did it fall on you?
No, it attacked.
I have a feeling that Amherst doesn't really have a lot of sympathy.
No, I really don't. He touched something he shouldn't have.
And the
Fine.
broom flies in and bonks him on the back of the head.
Oh no!
Oh, he was serious.
That's a 19 to hit and a 16.
What?
Both gonna be
Whoa!
hits.
Is he fucking dead?
No, he's unconscious.
That... Fucking hell.
I fucking
It
wrecked
crit on
him!
its damage twice. The broom does 14 points of bludgeoning damage to you. Whack, whack, and you crumple to the floor unconscious.
Oh
He's
Not
not, he's
my!
not dead. He is unconscious.
Well, Amherst, there's your broom.
Top of the round,
Holy
Silcreus, you need to roll a death saving throw. On your sheet, there is a section called death saving throws.
Fucking broom, though.
It says it's underneath temporary hit points. It says death
top of
save.
the
You
round?
click that.
Oh, was there like a surprise round? Or
Yeah, that was the
Yeah, it
surprise
was-
round.
All right.
The broom was
A
faster.
surprise round, and then broom, and then top of the round. So, because you guys spent over 6 seconds talking to him because he just walked into the room and was just like,
Oh,
What
it's
fucking
you, that's a
initiative does the
fail?
broom have?
Not very well, but it moved because you guys weren't doing that. So you have now failed. You have 1 death failure. If you get to 3, you die. If you are hit while on the floor by a melee attack, you take 2 automatically.
Whoa.
Bob has a skill which can stop you from dying, and it's very good. So
Alright,
it is now your turn, Amorous.
it is. Oh,
Well, he wasn't
Flame in my
kidding
hand.
about the broom, though.
Flame in my hand. Wait, do I think this thing can be reasoned with?
Probably not as a broom.
This
It's a
broom, but
fucking
you never
broom,
know.
and you just saw him just smack the
So
shit.
I chuck my fire at it. Actually, no. I cast Entangle on it.
Okay.
Just weave my hands together
Clever,
and pull
clever.
vines from the walls.
These devices sprout from the ground, 20 foot starting from
DC
point
12.
range. Which these plants in the ground. Oh, is it DC 12? Okay. What is it? Wisdom?
Strength.
Strength. Okay. It's a strong boy. It critically failed.
Now pull his idiot ass out of there and get him back up.
I guess it is my turn.
How long does it last? A minute. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
10
it is
rounds.
now your turn, Bob.
Yeah, now I have to see the one that Bob, because was Spare of the Dying, it was just that it was ranged, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can cast it at range.
It is currently restrained.
But since I'm the one that's gonna like pull him out of it, so just pull him like below where I am now. If you can move him to below me.
Do you mind if I move into
Yeah.
the room so I can see what's happening?
Yeah, but you are in that hallway.
Okay, cool.
Attack
And then
rolls.
we use the fabled Spare of the Dying.
Alright, you no longer need to roll death saving throws. You are unconscious but stabilized.
Okay.
Ruby.
Can I take out the failure?
No, you still have the failure. Does he not?
No, he stabilized. He reduced the failures go away.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to go near that thing, especially after that
It's
creepy.
completely wrapped up in vines. It's like encased it from side to side. It's just trapped.
No, I don't want to go near
It
it.
can still attack, actually, technically.
I really don't want to get hurt more. So
What? Any creature within 20
Not with its
foot
critical
square?
failure, not at least for a round.
Yeah, so I've got it on the. I pointed at the vines from the other side and just pulled the things in.
I'm gonna take out my light crossbow and I'm gonna aim at it.
You get advantage on the attack roll.
These squares are 5
I don't
feet.
know what like how do I do advantage
It's
rolls?
just it rolls 2 dice and you get the higher number.
So like,
What are you saying, Rowan?
I was
Yeah,
just
put it
because
there.
these squares are 5 feet on. Oh, you
Yeah.
got it.
So do I just roll it again?
Whether or not, like, but could I then actually? Yeah, I guess I could pull him out of it still.
Yeah, that's fine. You did put them out.
18.
Yeah, that's it. That goes in. It sinks into the staff. You're not really sure if what you're actually doing. You're just shooting at a broom, but you know it sinks in. Roll for damage. Okay.
Just a second, I'm gonna
Next
go
up,
open
it's
my window.
Delvin. So you are now here in the secret passageway.
Alright, I'm just gonna step out and go, what the fuck is happening?
Kill the
There's a
broom!
broom!
It's a broom!
Kill the broom!
Oh fucking hell! And I'll swing down at it with the great sword.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah, you cleave through it as a hit. Fucking hell.
Damn, he made that broom
just
his
You
bitch.
splits in half.
completely sever the bottom half of the broom from the top.
Fuck, we are fighting 2 brooms now.
The bottom half
Because
is
a broom
dangling
and a
loose in the
stick.
forms. The wait,
Is he dead?
wait, no. So it uses its action to make a strength check.
Yeah.
Nat 20s to
So-
counter the 1, and the little bit of the top half, like about maybe 5 inches worth of broom, flies at you and slams into the wall next to you. It's just kind of floating there menacingly.
I don't like this broom.
Amris,
Right.
it's your turn.
My
What the,
turn.
why is the broom animated now?
I don't know. Don't know what's going on.
All I know is Silkers came in.
I pull my scythe off my back and cleave it. Go for a
Okay.
cleave. 22 to hit.
Fucking hell, yes, that hits. You slice it into like it's like playing Fruit Ninja, and you cut it in half.
5 points of damage.
It is deado. As deado as a
Alright.
broom can be.
Now can you stop fucking with everything?
It wasn't
need
me.
to go up these-
No, Sealcrest. See the guy on the floor.
I
went
don't
to-
care. I'm going up these stairs.
I have to. I think I have to.
Just
heal
hang
him.
on for a moment.
Oh yeah, no, I'm hanging. I'll just lean against the. I'll lean against like the mirror frame where it's thinking, not on the glass though, just
Do
against
you
the wall.
do you
area.
want to do it or shall I, Bob? Do you want?
But yeah, what? Yeah, it's only healing spells we can use now to heal him.
I've got good berry. I can give him a good berry and he'll be awake. Or I assume you have cure wounds.
I can.
I can use my last spell slot.
It's my last one as well.
Where I
save-
come
save
from,
you-
you just chuck water over their face.
No, he's.
No,
it's
man,
not-
doesn't work that way.
You
He's
save yours.
unconscious.
You save yours.
Yeah, no, yeah, but because I have some bonus as well to healing with from 0 health that I have to figure out which one's under.
Oh.
Let me get my copy of Xanathars. 1 second.
I'm enjoying this session.
I got fucked up.
I don't trust anything this house is fucking.
I'm
Welcome.
loving this
This
fucking
is the
house.
best way to introduce you to Strahd. Curse of Strahd.
Everything can
Grave-
kill you.
Grave Domain. When you would normally roll 1 or more dice to restore hit points of a spell to a creature at 0, you use the highest number possible for each dice. So you just get max dice roll plus your modifiers.
Yeah, so I would heal him for 10 with the cure wounds.
Ooh, overheal.
I have no idea how much health he has.
Yeah,
Seven.
7.
He's a very frail
So-
wizard. I don't think he
You
has a whole lot of
feel
health.
you feel like you've just woken up after like having the best sex ever.
Holy shit.
Hello, Silkress.
Holy fuck the broom!
Yes.
Good morning,
dead.
sleepyhead.
It's dead, don't worry.
Now, are we going to stop wandering into random closets on our own?
No.
Speaking
You
of that, I'm
You
getting
nearly-
up and I'm stepping through.
You
I,
nearly died.
Ah, you guys had it. I made it in the room. That's all I needed.
I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna follow.
Yeah.
It's just
How
like
do?
exasperated follow. Oop.
Yeah, I
Shrugging
guess
off
go
the
up as one
wizards.
group.
How do I get
Um,
up there?
I guess
fine.
we'll all move up.
Shrugging
Dean
off.
has to move us.
I am moving you. Don't move yourself back. Stop moving yourself back. You all shrugging off the wizard's like unreasonable sense
Stupidity.
of bravado. You take your first steps up this creaky wooden staircase. The dust gets thicker. The smell of old wood and decay, and the cobwebs get thicker, and the chill gets stronger. The wind starts to howl through bigger gaps in the walls, and you can see the misty streets through small slits, and you reach this wooden door, simple and plain.
This doesn't seem as well built as the rest of the house.
As you reach out to touch it, we shall end tonight's session.
Are we going to do anything, or am I just at full health?
You're just full health. Right.
Fucking hell.
Oh,
Killer
good session.
broom. I think the fucking broom though is just like he's like in shock, and then just fucking comes in and fucking one shots him.
Of all the people to open the fucking door, it had to be the wizard with no HP and no fucking armor, and just get bat. It could have killed. They could have legitimately killed you in that closet, and we would have never known.
That would have been pretty funny, actually.
Because it would have swept up the body.
Yeah.
Walk away, dude. Just no. Technically, some of you did roll initiative, so you would have realized it wasn't there.
After a while, but by that time it would have beaten you to death.
The only reason we rolled initiative was like just for like the sake of doing actions. Because had you not run back into our room, our turn would just have been walking up the stairs.
Yep.
Yeah. That's how initiative works. It enforces a turn-based system.
Cool. Stream's
Even
ending.
you can do initiative order